No, yo. What's good, guys? What's going on, man? What's going on? Anyways, all right. So, yeah, 1 minute FG. I know. I was really about to say that, but you beat me to it. Anyways, okay. So, real quick, I got to talk quick behind this one really, really fast. So, pay attention. All right. Coming to market open, we are gapped up. We only have one level of liquidity to work with to the upside if we want to expect downside. We just finished taking out the level of liquidity at 25,852, and we're sweeping in with a lot of selling pressure. There's no fair value gap on the 5-minute time frame, but if you look at the 1-minute time frame, we're about to inverse the 1-minute fair value gap, which if you measure it out, it is about 43 points. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I can work with some shorts here. Obviously, let me turn off the indicator so you guys don't get confused. I'm in shorts yet, right? But I do want to I want to try to work with it. If anything, I'll just take it light, and if it doesn't work, then oh well. But let me see. Let me see if I can get this ready real quick. So, 6. All right, guys. Oh, I'm in shorts. I got a really fucking late entry. Oh my god. Jeez, late ass entry, bro. I literally sold. Hold on. I literally sold as if fucking. I hope that entry doesn't mess me up. But yeah, guys, I'm in shorts. Dude, I got a really late fill. Oh my, I'm gonna have to move my stop loss. Hold on. So if I got a fill at 13, move my stop loss to 848. So buy there. Okay, one sec. Hold up. Let me show my YouTube is live. Hey, what's good, YouTube guys? What's up? I know the stream just started and we're already in shorts. But yeah, it was a quick one. This is more of a riskier trade, of a more earlier trade with not as much confirmation, but enough for us to work with. So yeah, just be ready for that. What time did I send this message out? 26. Okay, let me wait one more minute then. Let me edit this alert and say that my stop loss was not at 8.6 whatever, because it is not. 25.848. I did get a very late entry. I did not mean to put my stop loss there. Hold up. 25.848. Also, we did sell off. How many points did we sell off? Because I wasn't even, no, it was only 17 points. Okay, so if we see PT1, I'm assuming it would be like 25. Yeah, around there. Okay. Let me just make sure everything here is looking all healthy real quick. Okay, the only thing is we could get a little pullback or maybe a big pullback, I don't know. Because guys, keep in mind, we did take out a level of liquidity at 25.811, which is something I was trying to target, but I did get a really late entry. I tried to enter at 827, I entered at 813. So I don't know if this level will mess us up too much, but we'll see. We'll find out. All right, now this could be a pullback before we seek lower. I mean, I don't know how much higher we would want, but let's see, because yeah, we entered at pretty much a level of liquidity at 25.811, which is something I tried to target. But we'll see. Now, let me keep writing this just in case. Remember, guys, I don't have my stop loss set at 860 or whatever it was. I moved it down to 25.848 because I did get a late entry. Yeah, we are getting a little bit of a, I don't know if it's a reversal or a pullback, but like I said, we did take out this level of liquidity at 25.811, which I did want to target. But when I got that late entry, I kind of knew that it was a little bit messed up. But we'll see. The volume is still pretty volatile, so we'll see how this goes. I'm just hoping that this level of liquidity here doesn't mess us up too much. We're still holding this gap. Now the thing is, we still don't have anything to work with on the 5 minute if we do need to find a re-entry. Because anything we could just work with this with the high sweep again. Although ES hasn't really taken anything out either. But we'll see. We'll see. Bro, because literally what price is right now is where I tried entering. And the second that I entered, it just spiked down and it got me a fill at 8.13. So I don't know if that's going to mess up the trade completely because it could pull back to up here or something. And then we can continue going lower, which I wouldn't really want to re-enter if that's going to be the case. Because we don't have anything to work with on the 1 minute anymore. This is the only setup that we had here, which is off open. And we got really close to the price target. We just never took it out. So we'll see. But yeah, we're getting a little bit close to that stop loss. It's just this 820, this 25, 811 level is the thing messing us up. But that late entry really got me messed up there. I wouldn't mind re-entering because I did size really light on this one, which is 7 contracts, but still. Yeah, it's getting close to the stop. It's probably going to stop me out on this one. Hold up. Kind of get this ready here. We'll see, though. Dude, it edged it. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, but let's see if we can pull back here. We got another green to red candle, so hopefully buyers can get weaker, a little bit weaker here. Back into the selling. Oh my, dude, edge of doom, bro. Let's see if we can sell this off, man, because I really want to see at least 790 so I can take some skills out. I know it won't be the best risk to reward, but I at least want to get something there so, you know, we could be a little bit safer on that end. Yeah, dude, the stop loss literally got edged. But in the meantime, guys, I'm gonna go quickly get a bottle of water. I'm praying I come back to a huge sell-off. All right, guys. If we sell off without me paying attention, you guys know the deal. All right, I'll be back. Hold up. All right, I'm back. Dude, we're dancing around this entry, bro. I need this to sell off. We got some really nice selling here on the 1 minute, but I at least want to take out, if we're going to sell off like this, we might as well take out this London low as well on ES, which is why I believe we can go lower. Although we took out that 25, 811 level. But dude, that entry was by far one of the worst ones we could have gone. Not much we could have done. If only I would have clicked the button a little bit earlier. Maybe you guys got the entry before me. But yeah. Too late to enter. I mean, we're still dancing around the entry. If you want to wait for a little bit more selling to kick in, sure. I mean, if you want to wait for like this green to red flip, if we get it, then yeah, you can enter there. You'll probably still get a better entry than I did. Dude, I got one of the worst entries, bro. I don't know if you guys did either. Or did as well. Why was it a bad entry? Because I wanted to enter at this inverse here at 827. And when I clicked sell, for some reason, we got a very strong selling candle. And by the time that my order got filled and everything, I got filled at 813 instead of 827. So that's like what? I got a 15-point late entry. Definitely not something I would have wanted at all. So what does that mean for us? Well, 15 points isn't anything super crazy. Obviously, it's going to mess up our price targets and everything and our risk reward. But for the most part, what it messes up is our stop loss. Because just like how we got, thankfully, we didn't get stopped out, right? I mean, you guys saw we pulled back close to the stop loss by like a tick or something or a point. But what can this avoid? Well, if I would have gotten an entry here, my stop loss would have been at the high of day, which is a way better stop loss in my opinion. But I can't work with that anymore because look how many points it'll be, right? It'll be too much risk, all right? And then barely any reward. So I have to work with this stop loss here, which I don't want to, but I have to, which is why I'm telling you guys, I'm open to re-entering if the trade ends up pulling back a little bit, which, You know, we kind of already did. Hopefully, that was the healthy pullback that we needed. But you never know, right? And we're still in at market open. Also, I'm gonna put out that I'm live on YouTube. I completely forgot to put that. Hold up. I'm hoping we can seek lower here. I mean, we're getting a lot of buying volume here, but no direction. I'm just a little bit worried about this 25.11 level. Yeah, if I do have to find a re-entry with a better stop loss, then I will. Obviously, I'm still in pretty light, so I don't really mind if this one gets stopped out. It was just something, you know, a little bit riskier for the morning to start it off. We did see a little bit of green, but not enough. With that late entry, it wasn't enough for me to take scales. So let me see. Wait, if we would have gotten the better entry, yeah, dude. If we would have gotten the better entry, I would have taken profits, bro, because it would have been a 1-to-1. But since I got a late entry, I only saw 17 points, which wasn't enough for me to take profits. So yeah, bro, would have been a green trade, bro. Oh, that's a little bit annoying, bro. We would have literally been done. Ah, bro. That was really, really annoying. You guys see what I mean, though, right? We tried entering, or at least I don't know about you guys. Hopefully, you guys took scales and everything. But I tried entering off of this inverse on the 1 minute. I got a late fill. But if I would have entered at the entry that I wanted, I would have gotten a 1-to-1, literally a 1-to-1, 30, 35 points. But then when I clicked sell, for some reason, this kind of just dumped down, and I got it for 813. And I just didn't get enough. I mean, hopefully, we can continue going lower without any stops. But I don't know. This open is looking a little messy. A little messy, but we'll see. We'll see. As much as I want to raise my stop loss to high of day, I just can't put that much risk, especially on this trade, off a 1 minute trade. That's not something I really do. Maybe if it was off like the 5-50 minute, I'll have more confidence. But something off the 1 minute, it's a little bit unstable. So we'll see. Hold on, let me write this here. But yeah, I'm pretty convinced that we're probably gonna get stopped down on this one. We keep getting pullbacks, so upside. So we'll see. But dude, I'm so bummed out, bro. This literally would have been a green trade if I didn't get a late entry, bro. Damn, bro. Let me see. Hold on. And by the way, for the people that didn't enter, if in some way, somehow we don't get stopped out and we sell off, if you guys do want to find an entry around this fair value gap here, like around 827, you guys can if you didn't enter. If you didn't enter. But if you guys want to wait for the next setup, which I'm sure we'll get soon, you can also do that because obviously we had a really good setup, which would have worked out if we got a good entry. But now we're kind of just stuck in it. Now we have a bad stop loss, bad price target, the whole list. But we'll see. Let's see if we can even work with it. But yeah, once again, if you guys are just joining in the stream right now and you guys obviously didn't get an entry or anything, and you guys want to try to work with one, you can. Or if we get enough selling below 827, you can. All right. Just for me, you know, I'm not gonna keep repeating it. I'm just a little bit annoyed, as you guys can tell. But yeah, if I have to work, like I said, I'm probably gonna have to work with another entry. Yeah, there it is, bro. That's so annoying, bro. I literally would have saw 30 points on this trade. And put it out here. Hold up. At least I saw his light on this one, so it's not really a big deal. I'm just gonna wait for a better setup to form. And bro, imagine I got stopped out to the tick, bro. Right, let me see what I can work with here. If I can find another entry. I don't know if I want to work with the 1 minute again. It's still pretty. I want to say we still have room for lower, especially on ES into lower. So if you get enough selling, then I might just consider a better re-entry with a high of day stop loss. So let me just get this ready just in case, because I do believe. I mean, to be fair, we have taken out literally every single high in existence, even today, which is the ultimate high from last night at the London high at 25,852, and we took it out here. So we literally have nothing else above, which is why buyers are getting a little bit weaker. Not the weakest, but weaker. And we have a lot of room for lower, especially after this gap up from yesterday. into 790, 868, or 768, 753, and 700. So I'm gonna keep that 1 minute in mind. Not that I would choose it first, but since we're not really forming anything on the 5 minute, probably the best thing to work with. Let me see. I'm gonna put this in mind, guys. This is not gonna be my position yet, at least. So give it a second. I'm just planning something here. This is I don't want to get a late entry because I would love to re-enter here, which I just might. But the thing is, we're just too low now. I just need a better stop loss to work with. Because the other one, bro, we literally got top ticked. If we could pull back into like 825-ish, maybe I might just re-enter. Especially with this chop is bound to happen. Or not chop, but like. Yeah, there's 825. Let's see if we can get a rejection. Guys, pay attention here because this might be a better entry with a better stop loss and everything. Dude, we literally got top ticked, bro. That's so fucking annoying. All right, guys, I'm in shorts. This is going to be my last try for shorts. I'm going to see if I can work with this one. All right, I got a better, this time I got a little bit of a better feel. So I'm going to work with the high of day stop loss, which will be at 2560. So buy 10, stop there. All right, guys, I'm in shorts. Remember. I'm going to work with the high of day stop loss, which will be a lot better. Now I feel a little bit better behind this trade because we just have more room to work with. And we still have these lows to target. So let's see if we can work with it. Let me get this ready real quick. And if this one doesn't work, maybe I just come back during the PM session because this open is a little messy. I can't lie, but I feel like I can work with it. It's just that we don't have anything to work with on the 5 minutes, so I have to work with. I'm kind of forced to work with that 1 minute. But I really want to trade to 790, and especially the London low on ES. But once again, I got an entry at 825, 818, and my stop loss at 860, which is a high of day. I'll catch up with the chat in the meantime. This seems rushed. Nah, I mean, dude, I'm working with this high over here. The high that we created from last night from the London, we swept it literally the second time the market opened. I don't know if you guys saw it. We took it out and we've been showing some weakness. The thing is, we don't have that much selling momentum either. But literally the only thing that we can work with is the 1 minute, which is why I'm kind of like pushing that 1 minute more because we don't have anything on the 5 minute. And if we sell off, then we're going to miss literally everything because we're pretty much one sell off away from hitting all of the price targets because all of the price targets are pretty close. So I literally need to work with that 1 minute because either we work with the 1 minute or we literally don't get any trades today because what can happen is since we already took out the high for today, we don't have any other highs to take out anymore, right? And if we get one sell off into the lows, that pretty much means with our rules that we're done for the day because we took out both the objectives to the upside and to the downside. So that's why I'm kind of pushing that 1 minute. It might seem a little rushed, but it's not. I like what I'm seeing. I just need a little bit more momentum. And bro, if it wasn't for that mess up in the first entry, bro, we pretty much would have been done for the day. Not the super, like not super green, but we would have been done. Because we hit the 1-to-1 and we even hit a price target at 25.811. But bro, that's I want to say that I got slippage, but I don't know. Maybe I clicked it late or I don't know. But we'll see, man. We'll see. Worst case, I mean, we just maybe come back during the PM session when we form a new bias, but we would have to take out the lows first and everything. So we'll see how that goes. Or maybe we can work with something off ES since ES hasn't taken out the highs. But yeah, it's definitely not the cleanest AM, especially with that mess up in the morning, off open. During this whole 1 minute, during this whole winning streak, did you ever enter off the 1 minute time frame? No, I don't really use the 1 minute ever. I just noticed that when coming into market open, we spiked and we never created a fair value gap on the 5 minute, which is what I wanted. But we did create one on the 1 minute. So I'm like, you know what? I'll just try that instead. It's the same entry. It was the same fair value, got 40 points and everything. So I just worked with that. So why are we doing now? Because the setup is there, bro. I mean, look at the 1 minute. Once again, time frames don't really mean anything. If the setup is there, check it out. 43 points on the 1 minute. So like I said, it's either we get a setup we use the setup on the 1 minute, or we don't get a setup at all and we call it a day fully cash. Yeah, if this trade doesn't work, then I might just come back during the PM session and just work with ES. The thing is, I just can't work with anything to the upside anymore. I mean, we took out every high, so I can't even target anything. Fully cash if raining plus otherwise force. Nah, I like I said, I did like this trade. Maybe not while we were in it, but the setup that came up, it was pretty good. I mean, look, let me take a step back and show you guys while we hold this trade. So coming into market open at 9:30, what ended up happening? On the 1 minute time frame, we created a 43 point fair value gap, right? Now, obviously, what is the only level to the upside that we can work with? 25.852, which is all-time high and the London high. We took it out and we instantly swept it. On the 5 minute time frame, we had no setups to work with whatsoever other than the 1 minute. We had room for lower, so we entered NQ shorts. Like I said, this trade should have worked out because if we would have gotten the right entry, we would have gotten a 1-to-1 risk reward. Pretty much right there. So depending on your entry, 30 to 35 points. The thing is, when I entered, I got slippage on the account, and I'm assuming you guys did too. So we got an entry at the price target. And that's when you guys heard me say, oh shit, you know what I mean? That was I don't want to say that was where we messed up, but obviously if we would have entered literally a millisecond earlier, it would have been a green trade and we would have been done. But since we got slippage on this trade, then it pretty much messed everything up. You know what I mean? The trade worked out. It literally hit 30 points and everything for the 1-to-1, but still, it just wasn't enough. Or I mean, not that it wasn't enough. We just got a big entry, and then now we're dealing with a little bit of just no momentum off open. So we'll see. Like I said, if I get stopped out of this one, I might just come back during the PM session. Maybe this open isn't just not my favorite. And then for today, I might have to work with ES. Well, to be fair, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I don't know. I was gonna say that ES just finished taking out this London high. I'll see how it reacts. Maybe it's the reason why we might be starting to go lower. But all in all, it's just a little bit too choppy. So if I see something for ES going for the rest of the day, then I'll just work with that because NQ is just not respecting anything. Not that there's much to work with on ES, so I might not even just force it. Maybe on the 15 minute, but we'll see. I might just want the momentum to get a little bit more stable. We'll see. Hopefully we can reject off this London high. But yeah. We didn't take out the high. We tapped into it. At least on, I don't know if you're charting MES or ES or ES1, but on ES1 we tapped into it. It's just we're kind of rejecting on ES, but not really so much on NQ. But we'll see. We'll see if it follows. NQ showing a little bit more strength here. So we need, if any, the best case right now will be for ES to just instantly reject right now. We can't really afford any more room for higher. All right, see if I can hold on this rejection here. Yeah, I got stopped out, guys. Yeah, bro, I might just call it a morning for now, bro. It's not the cleanest market for me. And if anything during the PM session, if I see something, then I'll just work with ES. Because NQ just has nothing to work with for me right now. I'll stay on stream just in case, but typical Monday. Yeah, bro, not the best open. I'm just a little bit tilted with that first entry, bro. That late entry really got me messed up, bro. Did all your accounts enter? Yeah, all my accounts enter the same. The only reason I got slippage on all my accounts. It's the entry that got messed up for me. And for the first entry. I'm gonna stay on stream for a little bit longer. Obviously, I don't want to give you guys a 30-minute stream, but I'm not gonna take a trade until I see something like super good on the higher time frame. It's the only thing I can work with. This is over. It's been over since like Friday or something, or Thursday. But I see now, yes, it's taking out the all-time highs at the Asia. I want to say that there, it's just that there's nothing even on the 5-minute unless we get like a random spike up, but. It would have to be, if anything, guys. We're best case, we're gonna have to work with something on the 15 minute if we're gonna get something. Because there's just nothing on ES. There's nothing on NQ. There's nothing anywhere. Try gold. Nah, I can't. I have to get familiar with the price action. I'm not, especially not in front of you guys. If I trade gold, it'll probably be for myself. Yeah, there's nothing on. Yeah, we're gonna have to work with the 15-minute time frame. How's the continuation model going for the indicator? I have to test it. I just got a new script for it, so I haven't had the time to test it over the weekend. But I'll test it this week with you guys. But yeah, now I'm not gonna lie to you guys. We should start getting a rejection. The only thing is we just don't have anything to work with anymore. That 1 minute, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm looking a little bit tilted with that first entry, bro. Super annoying. Let me see. I got a question to it. Let me see. I got the long off Dow Jones. No, actually try go put on seriously. Would you consider adding it from a? Okay, so for Confluence, no, because gold doesn't. I don't think Dow Jones nor gold really follow NQ and vice versa. So I wouldn't use it for Confluence. But the reason I'm telling you guys I wouldn't trade it for myself is mainly because, what's it called? I'm not familiar with the way that gold moves. I don't know if my strategy works on gold. I know gold is very supply and demand heavy. Same thing with Bitcoin and crypto, right? I'm sure you guys know fair value gaps do not work for shit on crypto, right? But supply and demand does. The thing is, with gold, I really wouldn't know, right? I need enough time to backtest it. I need enough time to uh to see how it moves and everything, so I can get familiar with the price and be confident in calling out a trade, an alert. YM does follow ES and NQ. Yeah, but no one uses it as a confluence. No one is ever like, oh, yo, Dow Jones is going up. Everything else should be following. You know what I mean? Your strat works well on gold. I've tried it. Yeah, but still, I need to see how many points gets respected. I need to see what to expect in terms of price action and so on. It's just a whole thing. Like, I'm not saying I would never trade gold. I'm just saying I wouldn't trade gold in front of you guys right now or anytime soon because, I mean, same way why you guys are here. You guys know that I'm I like to work my best with NQ. And that's why we traded the most. So I'm not just going to randomly switch over to gold into something that I just don't even know how to use, or like something I don't know what to expect. Is what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm hoping we can work with something here on the 15-minute. I kind of doubt it in a way, but I mean, we'll see. I wish we had something on ES. Let me see again. That's why I didn't wait for the payment today. I mean, I saw a setup, bro. I saw the sweep pretty quick. I'm like, fuck it. Let me try it. Like I said, it would have been a winning trade. I just got slippage on that entry and it messed everything up. That first entry was literally to the tick of a 1-to-1 versus reward. It's just annoying, bro. Why are we shorting all-time highs? I mean, you're not longing all-time highs either. You know what I mean? This is seeking the short conditions. Well, obviously, we entered quite early into market open, so we didn't know, right? Coming to market open, it seemed pretty easy. Once again, this is what I saw. First minute, literally not even first minute, like first second to market open, We pumped up, created a 43-point fair value gap and imbalance in the 1 minute time frame. We took out the all-time highs and London high. We swept it instantly and instantly got selling pressure into the inverse. The thing is, I tried taking shorts here where my mouse is, but I got filled here. That's where the problem is. So, I mean, I saw the setup in time and everything. It's just I guess I just didn't click it, one second earlier. So not much I really could have done there. It was a good setup. I have to say, yeah, it was a good one. I never tried the 1 minute, but it was the only one that we can work with. And yeah. Now the issue is we don't have anything else to work with anymore. At least for now. We have to create something on the 15 minute, but we need a pump. If not, then we have to wait a pretty long time for a setup. I mean, unless we create a fair value cap on the way down and we trade a continuation model, that's pretty possible, I would say. Because we would need a setup into 826, and then we just get a continuation model into 790. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. At the end of the day, we'll see. David, you don't like ES on the 5 minute? Not really. There's not much to. It's just wicks everywhere. Like, yeah, we took out levels and everything, and it looks good. Don't get me wrong. I am expecting lower. I've been expecting lower since market open. But you guys know the deal. You know what I mean? It's not the cleanest. You know what I mean? Hey, who knows? Maybe on NQ, if we can sell off in the next 4 minutes into 826, then I could probably get one more trade. And I'm open to it. I'm open to it. But for now, I'm not working with anything here until we see a lot more pressure and a lot more aggression. Yeah, because we're definitely not gonna have anything on the 15 minute anymore. Yeah, we're probably not gonna create anything. The volume is kind of too slow. Like I said, if we have to work with the PM later, I'm 100% open to it. I'm just not trying to get off stream super early. You know what I mean? We just started it. Why 826? Wait, why 826? You want to take the same 1 minute? No, 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 no. What I'm trying to say is, if like you saw how we were selling off a second. Well, I mean, we kind of still are. But what I'm trying to say is, if we sell off right now from this 5 minute candle on NQ, and we sell off 40 points, it will be at 826, which will create the fair value gap. And there we can probably work with the continuation model into lower. But the thing is, the volume is still not too stable, so we're probably not gonna get it in this candle. Maybe the next one, who knows? But I am expecting lower. I mean, it makes the most sense. It makes the most sense. Literally everything has taken out all-time highs. ES London, ES Asia, NQ London, NQ all-time highs. It just makes sense. I'm just waiting on it. You know what I mean? Maybe it might not be now. It might be later. But I'm gonna be keeping my eye on it because I really want to take shorts. Bro. I'm really tilted with this morning, bro. This first trade, that messed me up. Up into the indicator. We're still working on it. If anything, I'm kind of hoping that this candle wicks up, and then in the next candle we sell off a little bit harder, so we can create like a cleaner fair value gap to the downside. But let the shorts go, dude. Today's a long day. Then go ahead and go long, bro. You don't have to wait on me. Last you Loki breaking your rules, no trade in the first hour market open. That has never been a rule for me. In fact, like 80% of my trades are in the first hour of market open. Nah, no one's testing my patience. No, 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 no. I'm just a little bit tilted. Like I'm just more annoyed in the market, bro, with that first entry, bro. That's the one thing that really got me messed up for today. That's good, bro. Last, how much John do you have left before you blow? Oof, nah, bro. I don't know if you knew this, bro, but throughout the what 45 days of the winning streak, dude. Throughout just the 45 days of the winning streak, I made 9K in drawdown, and I requested some. I requested like 4K of it, but in total. But I have more than enough drawdown, so I don't really get annoyed with the losses or anything. Like if I'm red on the, I don't really care at all. But bro, it's just this entry, bro. That's the thing that messed me up. Let me see. I know what you mean. But that feeling from tilt is bad on its own. Yeah, bro. Yeah. But don't worry, I never trade off emotions or anything. So even if I'm feeling tilted, if I see the setup and it looks confirmed and everything, I'll put it on. If it's not there, then obviously I won't trade it. David, what's your overall drawdown on each account? Quite a bit. Now each account is different, so let me check from about 16. About yeah, on the highest account about 16. Dude, I'm gonna actually no, I'm not. Dude, look, let me show you. Look at this. From this on its own. I don't know if you can see it from there, but you kind of have to zoom in. That was from the 45 days. Hold on, I have the dates here. Hold on. I don't know where I have them. I had them somewhere. But yeah. David, do you pray? Of course, bro. Every day. Every single day. Multiple times a day. Let me see. Bro can go on a 1 month losing streak and still have drawn on left. I don't know. I mean, dude, when I take my losses, they're pretty heavy losses. Obviously, I trust my strat. It has a pretty high win rate, so the losses aren't as often. Obviously, they're gonna happen, but yeah. So sometimes when you guys might notice that when I take losses, they're pretty heavy losses. But with the overall statistics with the strat and everything, like it adds up. It adds up more into profit than loss. Hold on, guys. I'll be back in a second. Stay here. Hold on. Oh, by the way, guys, we got what we wanted, or we're trying to get what we wanted. You guys know how I told you that I wanted this 5 minute count to kind of spike up so the next one can dump even harder. So we can have like a cleaner fair value gap, with like a higher entry. We ended up breaking up here, and we kind of sold. We're selling off quite a bit. So if we can sell off 12 more points to the downside, I can probably work with even a better setup because now both ES and NQ took out the highs. But I mean, it's really all a matter of time. I mean, we'll see. Maybe even on the 15 minute as well, but the 15 minute might take too long. That's nearly what 25 minutes for an entry. So that's if we even get an entry model. But I'll stay on it. Obviously, I'll see if we can get it. Let me see. How do you stay locked in and not tilted after losing so much? Well, right now it might seem like I lost a lot, which I did. Don't get me wrong. For now at least. But I don't know. I don't know if I want to say that I'm used to it, but I don't know. I don't know. But realistically though, today though, I am pretty fucking tilted, bro. I know I keep repeating it, bro. It's just I just can't, bro. Yeah, no. I'm not saying that it's not a lot. It is a lot, bro. But like if we get one winning trade, I know we can win. We can get it back. So I guess that's the reason why I feel like a lot more confident behind the. Okay, we're getting a little bit more selling here, so we should be able to create the. It's kind of close in 5 seconds. Please tell me that we have a gap here. No, we're gonna have to use the 15-minute, bro. I'm hoping that we don't sell off too much then, because if we're gonna, bro, because look, now we have it on the 15-minute, right there. Now we have it on the 15-minute, right? But now that we have all the confirmations and everything for a perfect trade, the one thing is now we have to wait for a full selling candle close for in the next 10 minutes. And we have to wait for another 15 minutes to make sure that we don't take out the price targets down here. Bro, what are going to be the chances for that, bro? Damn, bro. I mean, we could probably still create something on the 5-minute, bro, but I kind of doubt it. Dude. Let me see. ES has an 8-point candle on the 5-minute. Oh, yo, low key. Let me see if it adds up with the risk to reward here. 8 points, we can work with that because typically I look for 9 to 10 points, but 8 points, we can also work with it because remember, we're already expecting downside. The entry model is not what's important. What's important is we took out all-time highs, London and Asia, and we got an instant sweep from it with a ton of aggressive selling pressure, and we still have room for lower into London and possibly even the Asia. So if anything, maybe we do ES today over NQ. I guess it just looks a little bit more leading, I want to say. Yeah, we can for sure work with it. Because as much as I want to trade NQ, it's just not enough. The NQ 5-minute IFG not good. We don't have a 5-minute IFG. This is not I just don't think, right? Yeah, no, it's only 33 points. Not enough. We haven't created a single gap on the 5 or 15-minute, or yeah, mainly the 5-minute time from this morning. But ES on the other hand, I kind of really like it. So whoever mentioned that, man, huge shout out to you guys because I probably would have checked, but I hope you guys see what I'm seeing though, right? Just London and Asia instant sweep with selling pressure to the downside with room for lower. I mean, we can most likely work with it as long as we get a retracement, of course. I'm just hoping that the market, starts picking up a little bit more volume now and doesn't chop up like how we did off open. Because then that's where it gets a little bit messy, But we'll see. I'm gonna wait for this 5 minutes to close. Depending on how it closes and depending on the reaction that we get from the fair value gap, we can probably work with it. The thing is the sizing. I don't know how much I want to size on ES now. Now that I'm down quite a bit, maybe I do. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I'll see. Because ES doesn't move as much as as NQ does. So I'll probably just do some math behind it and see. I like this setup way more than the one that we had off open. And NQ wants lower. So we know that the market wants lower for sure. I mean, to be fair, we took out literally every high in existence. It's just can we seek lower? You know what I mean? Soon, not now, soon, because I want to get the entry. I at least want to try to get the entry. But yeah, the thing is with ES, I might have to do I might have to do 30, which I know sounds like a lot, but it's not. It's like me doing full size on NQ. Because remember, ES doesn't move as much as NQ does, so the contracts are obviously a little bit different. Typically, though, and for those wondering, maybe you guys are new in here, you guys have never traded ES with me. Typically the way that ES works is at least for me, for my sizing, whatever I do on NQ, I double on ES because remember, ES does not move the same. It follows NQ and NQ follows ES, but they do not move the same in terms of volatility. I think you could say. I mean, I don't know, but you guys get what I'm saying, like the contract sizing and everything. So if you typically do 10, you would do 20 micros on ES and so on. If you do 7, you do 14 and so on. But we'll see. Let me put my focus over on ES here real quick. I know my screen share might be a little bit messed up for a second. Let me just fix it real quick. There you go. It's pretty good, right? Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay. But let's see if we can even get a retracement and if we can get a strong retracement. What I would look for would be like a 5 to 6 point rejection off this gap for an entry. And if we do that, let's see we reject off the midpoint, it will probably pretty much be at the low right here. And from the low to we would have to wait a little bit lower below the London to get a 1-to-1, but we can work with it. If the selling pressure looks really aggressive. But let's see. I mean, we just closed the candle here. And if we don't get an entry in time for ES, we can always maybe focus on NQ on the 15-minute. But for now, our eyes is mainly focused on ES, I would say. But let's see if we can afford a retracement here. Remember, it's a retracement followed with the 5 to 6 point rejection. I would say maybe 5 so we get an earlier entry for a better price target. But I mean, it really depends on the volume and our entry model as well. But let me see where if and where we reject from, and maybe we can work with something here. And I'm hoping we don't miss the entry by a tick, because I know we're trying to reject right now, but I would prefer more of a retracement inside of the gap rather than, you know, around the gap to get the entry. But I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna rush anything here. Because the thing is, guys, what I'm trying to say is if we reject off here, right? If we end up rejecting here from the complete top here, and we sell off 5 points, we're gonna be right next to the price target. We're gonna have a 2-point price target at best. I mean, a 1-point price. I don't want that, right? So what I'm trying to get is to see if ES can pump up a little bit more inside this fair value gap, whether it's the middle or a little bit towards the top. And if we can get a 5-point rejection from there, we will be entering at 880 or 680 or 880. My bad. And then we would have a way better price target, which would pretty much be a 1-to-1. You get what I'm saying? But we'll see. I really don't want to rush this entry either. So I'm really waiting here. As much as I would love to enter here, I mean, you know, I would be open to it, but it's just that price target is just not going to be good at all. So I'm not going to risk it. Plus, you know what I mean? I know I'm not saying that we can't enter if we reject here into here. But the thing is, once we take out this London low, I want to say we're vulnerable. Is that the word? I don't even know if I said it right. But we're like, it's a possibility that we can even reverse back up, is what I'm trying to say. So if we're going to target this London low and possibly reverse, it's always a possibility. I would want to at least take profits there for some profits. You get what I'm saying? So yeah. Oh, my cat's calling me. All right, there you go. But yeah, hopefully we can get a retracement here. That's kind of all I want. Because NQ is kind of hopeless. All right, let's see. We're getting a little bit of a pump up here. So we're officially inside of the gap here. So we can start looking for a rejection. But like I said, I want more of a midpoint rejection. I don't want anything down here. But let's see. All right, let's see. Okay, so we're now at the midpoint. We're getting a little bit more buying pressure. So it kind of worries me that we might just inverse the gap without any rejection, which is a big possibility. So let's see. We can still reject off the top. We just can't fully inverse it. Because NQ, on the other hand, is just pumping here. But what could happen is, I mean, if we do end up pumping, which we're already kind of inversing the gap here, or almost. But if we do end up pumping here, and we create a gap on the 5-minute, we can also look to inverse it. But we'll see. Let's see if we can even reject off this top here. Because it'll be the best possible entry. We just can't break above it. Never mind. So yeah, we're today's market, bro. Today's market. Let's see. I mean, NQ is just ripping heads here. I know for sure we have 2 points. 2 points. But we might, there's a high possibility we create another gap on NQ. So if anything, we just switch our focus again over to NQ. I'm not saying we can't reject off ES here. We still can. But it just won't be the best looking setup. It could still work for sure. But with this buying pressure, we might as well focus more on NQ to see if we can even get the inverse off the sweep again. Yeah, just give me a few minutes, guys, to kind of just focus up here and see what we can work with. Whether I decide to trade ES, I don't really think we are, but I don't know. The volume here spiking up on NQ is kind of giving me my interest again. Okay, just give me a minute to kind of focus up here. Because yeah, ES, although it kind of inverted already, we could still we can get like a last second rejection, which could still work. Not the best rejection, obviously, but it could still definitely work. The only thing I'm worried about is the buying pressure that we're getting in here on NQ. So we have a little bit of time to think about it. We have about 5 points to think about it from the complete top. But I'm gonna put this here just in case. I'm not saying I'm gonna enter. I'm just putting here just in case. Like we find an entry, we would know we would have a reference to know where to enter from. Just in case. But if this candle flips from red to green, then obviously this setup is down, like it's gone. You know what I mean? But wait, the NQ create the gap? Dude, if it didn't create the gap, bro, I'm gonna be so mad. Bro. At this point, bro, sometimes you gotta say fuck it, bro. It's probably the best thing we're gonna get for today, bro. 2 ticks, bro. 2 ticks. And ES is also flipping it from red to green. So we're gonna have to work with NQ if we even get selling. But bro, today's open is so much just happening, bro. But once again, guys, I'm trying my best here to get you guys like the best setup. I just need some time to obviously, or the market needs some time to obviously create it. We can still work with ES, but this gap here is kind of a little messy. So we'll see. Because anything we can always go back to focusing on NQ. What would you guys want to do? Would you guys want to work with the rejection off ES if we get a rejection, which we kind of are right now, for an earlier entry, or do you guys want to work with an inverse off NQ? Remember, NQ is a little bit more not the most stable today. Whatever is the highest probability. Good question, honestly. I know it wasn't a question, but good point. I want to say ES because obviously NQ is pumping up like crazy while ES is kind of holding it down. What do you guys say? I'm seeing a lot of ES. I kind of agree with you guys, honestly. ES just looks a lot more calm today, a lot cleaner, and just, I don't know, a little bit more stable. So I also might just go with ES as well. NQ is kind of like, I don't know, I kind of want to stay kind of away from it for today. Although we have a good setup, don't get me wrong. I mean, we can get the all-time high dual sweep again into the inverse into lower. But dude, it's like this volume is super like, it's kind of scary, bro. I don't know, especially with today's open, I'm kind of traumatized. But I don't know. I'll keep it on the lookout just in case. But for now, I kind of want to focus on ES a little bit more because NQ, it's like it's scary, bro. Either way, if NQ ends up selling off, we'll get the same entry on ES. I mean, we'll get the same move on ES. So it's not like we're really missing out on much. We just got to get the right sizing. But we'll see. Now, obviously, if you guys don't agree with me trading ES, or not maybe don't agree, but you guys don't want to trade ES, you guys can still follow the same exact setup, but on NQ. It's kind of the same thing. Like if ES sells off, NQ sells off. If NQ sells off, ES sells off. It's the same thing. But for me, I kind of want more of a calm day. I'm a little bit tilted already, so I can't be going with aggressive volume. So maybe ES is the one for me today. That's if we reject. Obviously, if we continue going higher, then look, okay, one thing I will say, guys, is if this candle right here breaks this candle high right here, I'm going to focus on NQ. Because obviously, we already kind of filled the gap. So it's not the best entry. It can still work, but it won't be the best entry. Or not the best entry, the best setup. But I'm making some exceptions, right? Because we were getting some very strong selling. Now, if this doesn't end up holding, I'm going straight to NQ and just working off the inverse whenever we get it. Because I actually really like it. I mean, we already took out the highs. We took out the all-time highs. We took out the New York highs as well. So we can work with it. All right. And I actually like the setup more than the one from open. We know a lot more about the momentum. We know a lot more how the market is moving, and we know what to expect now. But yeah. Look, ES already broke it. So if anything, yeah, I'm gonna move my focus over to NQ whenever we get the setup. It's just probably the best thing to do. That's if NQ dumps down. But I refuse to take any longs today. I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna long all-time highs unless I have to. Unless the setup is super clear and but yeah. Now we can still reject off ES. It's just not in my best interest. I mean, we're still showing a little bit of buying pressure above the bearish fair value gap. which isn't the best sign for sellers to be stepping in inside of their own range or their own gap. So instead of having to worry about questioning whether sellers are supposed to be stepping in inside of their own gap, we might also just maybe focus on NQ to kind of sell off a little bit and inverse the gap, as well as sweep the all-time high level. But hey, we'll see. We'll see. At the end of the day, we'll see. If we have to do ES, which I don't really think we are, we still could. But for now, let's put ES on to the side. You know what I mean? Let's kind of focus on NQ a little bit here. In the meantime, let me catch up with the chat because I haven't read the chat. I've been so focused on the charts today, guys, that I haven't been able to catch up with the chat. Before I do that, though, let me kind of like get this alert going real quick, just so I can have it pre-written, just in case we just randomly sell off. I could just click enter and we're ready. Okay, so if we were to take shorts on NQ, our first price target would ideally be 823, which wouldn't be the best price target or the best risk to reward. So instead, we could just target 808. It is a low though. I'm just gonna target it just in case. Maybe I take something off there. And then we just target this low as well. We can also target. There's not much of a difference between 796 and 790, so I'm just gonna target 790 just for more more profit if we do end up seeing it. And for the people still waiting on ES, it's kind of out of the this ES setup is literally out of the picture. Like you really can't even take it anymore. So now keep in mind, guys, be open to this setup possibly being played out during the PM session as well. So if we don't get anything by I would say 11, we can always take a breather. Obviously today was a little bit tilting off open, even for me. I want to say a lot for me. You know what I mean? Because I got a very late entry. But this setup is probably gonna be the setup for the day for the PM session, most likely. Unless we get a random sell-off right now, which I don't really know if we are. But yeah, we'll see. In the meantime, let me now that I have hold on. I was gonna say now that I have everything written out, I don't. Hold up. 25, 823, 25, 808, 90, and then 25, 768.50. Okay, there we go. We're pretty much good now. All right, let me get to the chat. Let me see what you guys are saying, what you guys are talking about. All right, let me see. NQ should reject down to 900. 900 reject down. What do you mean reject down? That's reject up. 900. We've never hit 900s. $902 specifically? Where are you guys getting these levels? 902. We've never been up here. Yeah, where are you guys finding these levels from? Oh, I'm just kidding, bro. Come on now, bro. Anyways, okay. Thoughts. I'm trying to stay. Okay, let me see. I'm trying to stay away from margin call. You're playing with margin? Wait, are you doing options? What do you mean margin call? Bro, just close it. Bro. Oh, live account. Why are we shorting all-time highs? I mean, like I said, someone else already asked me this. If you guys want a long all-time highs, go ahead. It's just not something I do for myself. I'm waiting for the deal sweep. If I don't get it, then I'll come back whenever it's ready. But I do not long all-time highs. And the main reason for that is, I mean, hey, what are you going to target? You don't know when the market's going to reject. Right now, obviously, it seems like we're going up above all-time highs. But would you know what to target? You know what I mean? It just doesn't make too much sense. And shorting, I don't know why people are saying short. Why are you shorting all-time highs as if it's a bad thing? Do you check the higher time frames? Of course. That's how I find my clean levels of liquidity. I always start off on that 1 hour, move to a 30-minute, then 15-minute. And I use the 5-minute for the entries. I'm like 600 away. Well, first, obviously, size a little bit lighter. But dude, the one thing that I would never suggest anyone to do is ever trade margin, bro. That thing is, you know what I mean? That's the last thing you should be doing. Your blast zone. Yeah. I should be available. Yeah, I'll be there. It looks like it's gonna be a PM session. I mean, either way, bro. As long as we get a trade, bro, I'll be fine with it. I'm sure we'll be able to. Obviously the volume today isn't as volatile as I expected. Oh, by the way, David, you never responded to my DM about setting up a call. I've never checked your DM. Not yet, at least. I haven't been able to. Remember, I'm not gonna lie, yesterday I fell asleep when I got home and I don't check my DMs over the weekend. Or in fact, practically ever. I get way too many. Okay, so what I was gonna say. Guys, tomorrow. Okay, so we have FOMC on Wednesday. I don't know if that's going to lead to the market being a little bit choppier than usual for tomorrow. Hopefully not. But on Wednesday, I'll see what we do. If we have a good day tomorrow, maybe we just avoid Wednesday, maybe do commentary or something. I'll see how we do tomorrow. If we do good tomorrow, then yeah. We'll see. Because yeah, remember, on Wednesday, guys, we have FOMC. I don't think Powell is speaking, but we do have reports coming out at both 2 and 2:30 p.m. EST. So that could really move the market. And in fact, we haven't had FOMC in nearly, I want to say, when did the government shut down? In the 1st of October. So we haven't had FOMC in over a month. October 1st. Yeah, so we need FOMC. We need these reports. So the markets should be moving like crazy on Wednesday. So if we do good on Tuesday, maybe I just avoid it to not add as much risk. But if we don't get anything good tomorrow, then I'll probably just risk it and just go for it on Wednesday. About to pass some evils on FOMC. Yeah, bro. That's pretty much what it's used for, to be honest. Let me see. Earning whispers. I guess we have earnings this week as well. Not that it really does much to the markets that we trade, but Wednesday we have. Oh, Thursday we have Apple and Amazon. We'll see how that goes. It's after hours. Apple's never one to really typically move the markets, but we'll see this time. Bro, I'm not gonna FaceTime you guys. We're pumping because the market is expecting another rate cut. I'm more so on the fact that we're pumping up because of CPI last time. Remember, Powell's not speaking this time, so I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna go. I feel like your strat doesn't include market sentiment. I don't think any strat does. Trust me, if any strat can predict what will happen with news and will predict FOMC, then trust me, everyone will be trading. And in fact, everyone will be millionaires from it. No strat out there really includes market sentiment. Obviously, if if the news comes out bearish, I'm gonna be looking for a bearish setup. You know what I'm saying? No macros is important, like macro time, or what do you mean? Environment? Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you guys know this. Typically, I always tell you guys when we have a red folder news, let's say for example, like at 10 in the morning, 9:45 in the morning, or whenever, I typically tell you guys either wait for the news to happen first, so we get an idea of what to expect for the market, or do not trade the news at all. Like don't trade for the day. For example, if we have a FOMC, I typically tell you guys not to trade for the whole day because we don't know what's gonna happen with the market, right? Like I said, no strategy out there can really predict news if that's what you're trying to say. But for me, trust me, I know how the news moves and everything. I never try to be in a trade before news. We're pumping for a reason. Well, keep in mind, I mean, we're not really pumping today, but we did gap up. I want to say that's more because of CPI though. Because look at this. Because trust me, if the market expected rate cuts or whatever, and we're pumping up because of it, we would have been pumping up. I don't know if you guys remember last time. Do you guys remember the FOMC from September? I think it was. I don't know if it was September or I think it was where we traded FOMC, right? Do you guys remember when the market was pumping up for like over a week or maybe over like 2 weeks because everyone was saying, "Oh, we're gonna get rate cuts, like it's guaranteed. There's no way we don't get rate cuts." Yeah, the market's pretty much already priced in. But yeah. Oh, see, and this FOMC is going to be different because we're not even getting Powell's. Powell's not even going to be speaking. It's just going to be reports. Remember, the government is still shut down, so we're pumping up because of expected rate cuts. And also China tariff news. Well, that's kind of old news, to be honest. That happened like what, like a week or two ago? Nah, actually last week, yeah. But I mean, hey, we'll see. We'll see. Remember, obviously, if the market is pumping up, you know, what I mean, I would try to follow it. I just play. I work with what I see. You know what I mean, I'm not just gonna enter longs with with any strat just because the market is pumping up based off news. You know what I mean? I'm gonna wait for a reaction in the market based on whatever I have and see what I can work with. Because that's more gambling or like more educated gambling than anything. Wall Street hopes that the U.S. close to Trump agreement boosted. Well, to be fair, I'm pretty sure Trump still has the tariff in effect, right? The November 1st tariff for 155% into tariffs for China. That's still there. You know what I mean? Like, I hope you guys know that. It's canceled? For real? Since when? Nope. Since when? No way. Let me check. Last night. Oh, that's probably why we pumped up. Yeah, I was about to say, there's no way why we pumped up because of FOMC happening this Wednesday. That can't be the reason. Hence the gap. I never saw that. Well, to be fair, I wasn't really checking out last night. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if you guys are right. Let me check. Let me check. Let me check. Let me see. There's a lot of news since last night. Let me see. Oh my, bro, guys, I'm reading through this. By the way, we're setting off a little bit, so yeah, guys, I'm reading. Oh, let me make sure that I switch over to M&Q before I forget, like I did last time. Hold up, guys. Hold up. So here. Okay, so as I'm reading this, apparently Trump rules out. Oh, never mind. I was about to say, bro, I didn't even know, bro. Okay, never mind. Ignore everything I said. Because apparently, what I was reading was, and I quote, Trump rolls out vice president run in 2028, hints at a third term. Dude, that would be fucking insane, bro. I mean, it would be good for the long run because I mean everything is bound to go higher. You know what I mean? So it's good for our long term. But dude, I don't know how much longer I could deal with this market, bro. Anyways, let me see, dude. With this stress that the market is giving me, bro, I don't even think I can make it to his third term. It's stressful as hell. Anyways, all right. Let me see what we have here for tariffs into China. Oh, I see right here. Trump. I think we'll come away with a deal with China. And this was yesterday at 2 in the morning. Wait, but then why did we gap up at 6 p.m.? Hold on, let me see. Unless he said it earlier and I'm not reading the right one. That was 2 in the morning at. Yeah, that was at midnight. I don't know. Gap was CPI? Nah, no way, because we already gapped up here. This was CPI. Trust me, if we would have gapped up even more, I mean, we would have done it here. You know what I mean? Not here. I don't know. I would have to do my research, but it's not really so important right now. Anyways, right now we're starting to sell off a little bit more. Hopefully, this is the actual sell-off that we want to see, so we can get the inverse. But yeah. It gave hopes for rate cuts and deal with China. It was really a weekend gap. I guess so. That could be. I would have to do my own research and see what the real cause was. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't really know what that stands for. New week opening gap. Is that what it is? Thing is, we never gap up that hard. Yeah, new week opening gap. Yeah, that's what it is. New week opening gap. We never gap up that hard. Let me see. Blast, you never respond to my DM about the payout or sizing. But like I said, I haven't responded to anyone's DMs in a minute because I haven't been able to catch up. And I also don't respond over the weekend either. Like I'm not really on Discord like that. Ask him now. Yeah, if anything, ask me right now. Just send it over in the chat. there's no excuse though. We're paying for this. Well, I don't really offer me responding to DMs for the premium. I mean, I kind of just offer like alerts and live trading. You said I know. I said I respond, but obviously, like, look, I have to kind of catch up. There's like a lot of people here waiting, and you're kind of like down here on the list, so I have to catch up. Obviously, you're not the only one. You know what I mean? But don't start. Yeah, bro, please. just give me a second. Give me a second. Like I have to catch up. Keep in mind, I'm one person as one. When you guys ask questions, bro, these are some fat questions. But I'll respond. I'll respond. You should have more mods. Well, the thing is, most of the time when I get DMs, it's kind of more personal things. So it's not really something that mods can really like help with. And also, I'm the one getting DM'd, and I'm the last thing I'll ever do to anyone ever would be give my account to anyone to respond to my DMs for me. That's kind of not. You know what I mean? So that's kind of out of the picture, but. Anyways, guys, we're getting a little bit more selling pressure here. Not the craziest volume, but it's something that we could definitely work with. Hopefully, man, because dude, today has been fucking rough. We use. Let me see. I want to join your one-on-one message. This one, send a message. Yeah, don't worry. I'll send you a message. Maybe if you have some questions behind it and everything, I'll answer it. Don't worry. Just let me catch up. Like I'll get it done by today for sure. Like, and that goes for anyone as well that might have sent me a DM. Just keep in mind, obviously, I have a life too. Typically, when I get off the stream, I get off my setup entirely. Like I don't really stay on my computer for too long. Today's enter. Come on now. I don't know. With this type of volume, I might just do 30 points behind the entry. I mean, we're not really moving as crazy as you might be thinking. We're moving like 20 points per candle, 15, 20 points. So yeah, I might just do 30 to just have like a normal stop. Yeah, if we can hold down the selling, we should be able to see the lows. You guys know, I've been trying to target these lows all morning long, bro. So if this setup doesn't work, bro, I might just quit trading, bro. At that point. But nah. You ain't gonna get a girl if you nah. Bro. Dude, come on now, bro. You know how it is, bro. Nowadays, bro, you respond too quick, and apparently it's a turn off, bro. So it's literally the other way around, bro. It's literally the other way around. Hey, thank you, MF, bro. Thank you. We're looking out for you. Bro, nah, trust me, bro. You respond too quick, and they're like, oh, like, Danny is cooked right now? Dude, dead ass, bro. Dead ass. You're at that age? Yeah, bro. Some stupid shit. And like you guys, at least my older people in here, you guys might think that I'm kidding, but dude, it's like you want to talk to someone, right? And you're sending them messages, and apparently, if you text twice, it's an issue. If you send, what I mean is, if you send two messages at once, it's an issue. If you type too long, then it's an issue. If you respond too quick, then it's an issue. Like, bro, dude, I don't know who makes up these stuff, bro, but oh my, bro, it's fucking horrible, bro. Shit's annoying as hell. It makes you it makes you not want to do it. It's horrible out here, and I'm not even that, bro. That's how it is, bro. It might be a skill issue. Nah, bro. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. But I know some of you guys might. And if anyone here is a girl in here and you guys are doing that, bro, shame on you guys, bro. That's just annoying as hell for us guys. It's just mad annoying. And I speak for all of us, bro. I'm married, so I won, bro. You don't have to deal with the BS, bro. Dude, if they're interested, no. Trust me, bro. And this is coming from real life stories. I have had friends that girls have asked me about them, like super, like, oh my god, like this guy, blah blah blah. Like, I know you're close, and like, can you put me on and whatever. I'm like, all right, bet. You know what I mean? Like I put them on and everything, bro. They start texting and everything, and all of this stuff happens, and as much as they're interested, they leave. It makes no sense, bro. And they lead you on, which is the worst, bro. Like, dude, the day before, they'll be talking to you like they want to marry you and shit. And the next day, they just ghost you. That's how it is nowadays, bro. That's how it is. Bro's trauma dumping? Nah, bro. I don't really stress over that shit. Dude, I probably gotten ghosted like dude, maybe like once or twice. I'm sure we've all been there and done that, right? You gotta keep a woman's emotion like a roller coaster. Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying you guys that I'm the problem. I mean, I don't know about you guys. No, I'm just kidding. But no, back then, bro, back then. I mean, you have to learn, right? I mean, keep your roster, David. I'm retired, bro. Can we talk trading? I mean, dude, we've kind of already talked about everything here, dude. We're just waiting for the entry model. It's not bad to have some fun. You know what I mean? Remember what girls? I mean, to be fair, I live in Miami, so it's a little different for me. I have it on like expert mode. You know what I mean? Like this is not for the rookies. Like in Miami, bro, there's always gonna be that one person that always one ups you. Always. Senor, bro. Let's see if we can get a green to red candle flip here, dude. How many points do we have left to inverse this gap? 20 points. It's not even that bad. Okay, bad. We need one more good selling candle. We can get another entry. Karabi's Davis girl, for sure, bro. Blast. How many minis to get 1.5 to get the 1.5K in one day? I'm assuming I'm trying to pass these evals in 2 days, dude. If you do 20, you should be able to get it in like 30 points, 30ish points. I did 20 back when I did top step, and I was able to pass them in 2 days. Show the ladies this photo, bro. No, minis. No. Two minis. I thought you were talking micros. My bad. No one ever here says minis, so my bad. 2 minis. Almost fucked him up, bro. I was like, well, bro, trying not to my. Oh hell no, nah, that's weird. Bro, if you have that shit happening, then I don't know if it's a crazy X or something, bro. But that's something that I've never had that experience, bro. Oh hell no, bro. This is sorry, bro. Bro, this guy's wild. Nah, but bro, that's great. At that point, just call the cops, bro. You gotta strap up. You know what I mean? I don't know where you live. I don't know if it's legal or not, but if he tries breaking in, you always have to be ready. You know what I mean? Because the cops will only do so much. How do you switch between minis and micros? It depends on the contract that you're trading. So it could be, if you want to do minis, you'll be trading NQ Z5. And if you're doing micros, you'll be trading MNQ Z5. There you go. So make sure you're trading those contracts. Of course, not. No. I don't know about not being legal, but in Florida, bro, the sheriff's department literally suggests that if someone breaks into your house, they suggest that you shoot them. I think. I saw an interview on that shit. In Florida, I don't know where you guys live, but it's a whole thing. Yeah, but I mean, dude, if someone breaks into my house, bro, the last thing I'm gonna do is call the cops. Well, I'm gonna call the cops, but after. You know what I mean? Like, dude, it's either my life or theirs. You know what I mean? Like, you know. All right, guys. So we're back at the dual sweeps. We're getting a little bit of selling pressure, so be ready for possibly an inverse. If we can get that, then we can get shorts. All right, but I don't know. But I'm a little nervous with today, bro, because dude, today's market has been a little scary, bro. So we'll see. This is gonna be my last trade for the day, of course. If we do end up getting it, this is gonna be my last trade for the day. So hopefully it's a good one, right? Hopefully it's a good one into our price targets. But let's see. Let me have all the right price targets set up. 6, 8. Okay, so I'll just target this as well. So we'll have 4 price targets. Actually, I'll just kind of just do this just in case. Stop loss will be. I'm gonna use a 30-point stop loss just because the volume right now isn't as crazy. Hopefully no news comes out. You know, no jinxing or anything. But yeah, I'm gonna do a 30-point stop loss just because I don't want to risk any much more. All right. Anyways, all right. Now that everything's prepared, let me get back to the chat. Last trade. Where did you start? Well, obviously I'm sure you can see my P&L. I'm kind of right on the day. But yeah, we're getting a little bit of a pump up here. Oh, wait. I don't think news is coming, right? We're getting a little bit of a crazy candle here. Let me check if we have news. We're getting a bit of a lazy of a crazy candle here. Let me check. Hold up, guys. You guys saw it too, right? It was a pretty quick candle. Oh, right here. Let me see. Oh, wait, no, never mind. AMD, U.S. Department of Energy forms $1 billion partnership with AMD. This was 8 seconds ago. This is probably why the market is pumping up, right? AMD. Oh yeah, it's most likely why the market is pumping up. I'm assuming AMD, Nvidia, and everything, they're pumping up like crazy because we just got that news. Yeah, literally 8 seconds ago, U.S. Department of Energy forms a $1 billion partnership with AMD to build 2 supercomputers. So that's pretty bullish, hence why AMD just pumped up $5 in the span of like a millisecond. So I'm assuming that's why also NQ kind of pumped up here. So more waiting on our end. So now we got to wait for the market to kind of settle down a little bit. And yeah, so no entry yet, guys. No entry yet. Anyways, let me catch up with the chat. Let me see what we have here. It's because of the new 1 hour candle. Well, we don't really pump up that quick because of a 1 hour candle. David, isn't this a good continuation long? Well, it could work, but not in my interest. I don't want to long all time highs, especially after we already took out the drawn liquidity to upside. I'd rather just wait for my downside, whether it's today or tomorrow or later or now. I don't know. All right, what do you use to find news that's not listed on Forex Factory? I use Twitter. I use this guy called Walter Bloomberg. He gives you like a more detailed news report on everything going on, right? So if Trump is talking or you know whatever is going on, then yeah, he has did nothing. Remember, NQ is more focused on the tech sector. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but yeah. Like Nasdaq has more holdings into like Nvidia and AMD and all that stuff. So it reacts more to anything like AI or tech. Either way, we can't really work with anything on ES. And the thing is, here's the bad part. The bad part, right? So a lot of you guys are saying hopefully ES stays under, right? But the thing is, if ES sells off and we take out this London low first before NQ even hits any price target, there goes our setup. You know what I mean? We can get stopped out because ES can reverse. You get what I'm saying? So we don't want that. We actually want ES to pump up with NQ, so when we go back down, they're both aligned. You get what I'm saying? So yeah. But now we are back to square one, so we got to keep waiting. All right? We were about to get the entry, and then just, of course, something always has to happen. So AMD news came out, and we pumped up about 30 points, 25 points. So it's not anything crazy, but it's something. You know what I mean? Do you get tired of answering the same questions on a daily basis? Actually, no. And I'm an understanding guy. A lot of you guys, maybe you can't make it to the stream. Maybe you're new to the premium and all that stuff. You know what I mean? I'll always answer your guys' question. At the end of the day, it's my job. Why would I ever complain about something that I chose to do? You know what I mean? So no, I don't get annoyed. Now, the only way I would get annoyed is if you spam the same question. Obviously, there's over right now. Typically, we have like 500 something people on stream. Imagine how many questions are pending, right? So when you guys are asking me questions and I'm trying to answer them, and I'm not answering yours, don't be selfish. Obviously, wait for your turn. You know, your turn in line, and don't spam the chat. You know what I mean? That part gets me really annoying. Sometimes I just want to skip your question. You know what I mean? Because of that. So just don't do that, please. Let me see. Yo, David, what's harder, a 9 to 5 or trading? Now, for me, now, keep in mind, take this with the 2 cents. I don't want to get anyone offended here or anything. In my opinion, I feel like trading is harder in the mental terms, not physical, mental. Obviously, physical, I mean, you can literally trade in bed. You could trade while sleeping. You can put a trade and go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that at a job. Now, with trading, you're just a lot more dependent on your own money, and it's very stressful. So you just don't have like that security. You get what I'm saying? You get that security. So it's really a 50-50. I don't want to say that a 9 to 5 is a 9 to 5. It depends on your job. Obviously, there's some people in here that might have the easiest job in the world where you just show up and just eat shit. You know what I mean? There's a lot of jobs that do that. I mean, let's be honest here. You know, But there's a lot of jobs out, a lot of jobs out there. Like, for example, like, I think it's called what, blue collar. That's really hard. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly, blue collar. That's really hard. So obviously, it all depends. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that trading can't, like, the 95 can't be as mentally draining as trading. Obviously, if you're a doctor in here, it could be a very stressful thing because you have someone's life on the line sometime, or not sometimes, all the time. You know what I mean? So it really depends. It really depends. You know what I mean? But I don't really like that question too much because obviously whatever I say, someone else is gonna disagree. You know, a lot of you guys are in here and everything. But for me, from my personal experience and everything, I mean, to be fair, I've never really had a job for myself, and I'm not trying to sound like a spoiled brat or anything. I never had it like that when I was growing up. Don't get me wrong. It's just I started trading at 15, and I thankfully, thank the Lord, I managed to get a grip of trading when I actually went into my senior year of high school when I turned 17. And ever since then, I started the Discord. And ever since then, I mean, here we are today. You know what I mean? So I got very, very lucky with that. I started at a young age and everything. But yeah, no, I have friends. Obviously, I have a lot of friends that have jobs and everything, and they tell me that's pretty draining. You know what I mean? Some people have to wake up pretty early, like at 4 in the morning, and you know what I mean. It's just how it is. So I don't really like that question too much because obviously everyone has their own opinions. But for me, I feel like trading is very, very mentally hard. Like, trading is by far one of the easiest things physically because realistically, on paper, all trading is you're clicking a buy button and a sell button, and that's it. But when your money is on the line, then it gets a lot more draining because you're a lot more emotional. You lose money and all that stuff, right? So yeah. Someone said I work as a male dancer. All right, bro. I start my electrician apprenticeship soon. I'm probably gonna have to put trading on hold, unfortunately. Yeah, bro. Dude, if anything, there's a lot of guys. In fact, in my mentorship, that they also work jobs during market hours. And I hope you guys know you guys can also trade when you guys are home. Obviously, I'm not expecting you guys to be working 24/7. So I'm sure you guys have some time, some free time if you guys want to spend it with trading. Maybe at night. Now you might be wondering, okay, David, well, how the hell am I going to trade at night when the market barely even moves? Well, you have gold, right? Gold moves so good during Asia. Like, imagine NQ during the New York session. It's pretty much gold during the Asia session. That's how good it moves. So if you guys want to make trading work, but you can't trade during the New York session hours, you guys can always trade gold during Asia. A lot of people in here are saying that you guys use my strategy during, I mean, not during, for gold, and it works quite well. I can't back it up because I've never traded gold, especially with my strategy as well. So yeah, you know what I mean? But yeah. Yo, David, how much should I be making consistently per month before I quit my job and drop out of college? Like 3 to 4K a month. Um, Honestly, bro, don't drop out of college. I get it. It might not be your favorite. I know a lot of you guys in here maybe are in college and you don't like it, or maybe you don't find it useful. But it's always good to have something to fall back on just in case. Now, I get it. Some of your favorite gurus on the internet is probably saying, "Oh, there shouldn't be a plan B, and you should go all in into your craft and everything." And I agree. I agree. But trading is very, very uncertain. And I'm gonna be realistic with you guys. Obviously, what I mean, there's a lot of people out there that they just whatever. But I'm gonna be realistic because a lot of you guys are my age in here, and a lot of you guys are trying to do trading and everything. Trading is very uncertain, and before as I started trading futures, I went to a very, very low moment in my life. Not that I got depressed, or anything. I'm not trying to make it sound like a sob story, but when I quit options, I moved over to prop firms, and I just, for the life of me, I just didn't know how to get a grip of it. It was a whole new market for me, a whole new strategy, a whole new sizing, a whole new everything. And I didn't make money for a very long time. And with the way that I was spending money, obviously I was very young. I cared about design and everything. So with the way that I was spending money, bro, I kind of got a little bit low on funds. Um, and it literally forced me to lock in. And I don't want you guys to ever go through that because it was a very, very hard moment in my life. Not that I was, once again, not that I was depressed. I don't really have the time to get depressed. Um, I like to keep myself very, very busy and all the time and, distracted. But it got to the point in my life where I was like, damn, like I need something to change right now, or if not, I'm gonna have to, change my something into. I'm gonna have to change into something that I don't want to do. So yeah. Now, for those that are saying how much should I be making a month to quit trading, um, honestly, there's so many ways that I can answer this because there's so many things that you can do to quit and fully go into trading, but do it responsibly. You know what I mean? Like, have an emergency fund, have most of your bills paid off, don't have anything in debt. And the reason I'm saying this is because look, if you're gonna quit your job and you're in debt, you have bills to pay and everything. Um, Trading is very hard and it's not very certain. I know I've said this a lot, but dude, it's gonna get to the point where let's say for example you're trading and it's coming to the end of the month and you didn't make as much money as you needed. What happens? Well, you start forcing out trades in hopes of making money, right? And that's where everything goes wrong because now you're pretty much gambling and hoping that it works on your favor. And what's something forced? What's that quote that I said months back that you guys kind of clowned me on? It I don't even want to say it anymore, but I'm gonna have to say it just for the sake of this example because you guys have to understand me. All right, it's the one of the fart, right? I don't know how it is like on like exactly, but hear me out. All right, before you guys might be wondering like what is this guy talking about a fart? The quote that I go by when people ask me this question on when they should quit their job and all that stuff and whatever, if you have to force a fart, then it's probably shit, right? I always go by that saying, right? And I know it sounds retarded and all that stuff, but it's realistic, right? I mean, we've all been there, we've all done that, right? Right? No, I was kidding. No, but realistic though, that's how it is with trading. If you have to force a setup, then it's probably shit. Who's we? We, all of us, bro. No, I was kidding. No, but realistically, if you guys have to force a setup, then it's probably gonna be a bad setup. You know what I mean? Same thing goes with anything else. You know what I mean? So yeah, if your bills are coming up or you have to pay your credit card and you don't have any money and you didn't make as much as you were expecting for the month in trading, you're gonna start forcing out setups and you're gonna start losing money because sure you might get lucky once or twice and get a winning trade off the forced setup, but it won't always be like that, right? And trust me, I've been there a million times. You know what I mean? So yeah. Um, but yeah. So how much will you be making a month to drop out of college? None. Don't drop out of college. Always have a backup plan just in case. You really never know with trading. You know what I mean? I get it. Everyone wants to go all in and everything, and it's like a dream career and everything. But it's really not as easy as you guys think. You know what I mean? Trading is not that easy, bro. So yeah, I don't want to like crush your guys' dreams or anything, but take it from someone that literally does it full time, and even Karabi too. I know a lot of you guys follow Karabi. Even he says that trading is not as easy as it seems, bro. It really isn't. It's one of the most draining things ever, and it will literally have you questioning whether you should have even quit your job in the first place. You get what I'm saying? So yeah. Let me see. Don't quit your job unless you can. I use trading to pay off my house, car, student loans, etc. When that's paid, lot as a retirement. Exactly. I mean, for me, dude, thankfully I'm able to trade full time. I mean, to be fair, I have my affiliates and Discord and everything to have a backup plan. But dude, I stress so much about my future, bro, and I put literally as much as I can. Obviously, maybe not too much because you never know. You guys know, never fit all your eggs in one basket. Um, but I love the idea of just investing, bro. Like I don't. I know I say that my goal is to retire from trading or with not from but with trading, but realistically, I'm too young, dude. I was about to say I'm 19. I turned 20. I'm 20 now, dude. I'm not trying to retire at 20, but I am trying to live comfortably. So I am trying to get to a point where, and I'm sure we all are. I'm trying to get to a point where I have enough in my investment account. You guys know I'm a dividends investor, not a long term investor, like with like growth and all that stuff, but more dividends. I'm trying to get to a point where dividends pays off for my entire lifestyle. I'm gonna be completely transparent with you guys. I get it. You guys see the payouts. You guys see all of that stuff coming in and everything. But honestly, I'm being completely realistic with you guys. For myself, I'm talking luxury purchases, which I don't really buy anything luxury. I don't really buy clothes or anything. But with food, enjoyment, yeah, food, enjoyment. What else do I spend my money on every month? Food, enjoyment, like going out. Dude, what do I spend? Honestly, that's kind of it. Bro, Zizu said hookers, bro. Casino, that too. Um, all in all, my credit card at the end of every month is typically around like $800 to 1,500 most. I don't really spend money, so I feel like I want to get to a point in my life where if I'm living this good right now by spending only 1.5K max per month and I'm having this much fun, I feel like if I live below my means and I really don't want to focus on trading anymore and I have my dividends paying off for my thing, I can be very comfortable. I really want to live like that. But obviously it's a lot of work. So my goal, everyone has their own goals, you know what I mean? Everyone is trying to live comfortably and everything. But my goal is not I promise you guys, I'm not gonna retire from trading unless you guys really stress me out, which a lot of you guys really get on my nerves sometimes. It's all love. I hope a lot of you guys really get on my ass. Like, for example, Breezy's had a 45-day winning streak. Yeah, lately we haven't been as consistent these last few days. You guys are gonna ignore every single one that we've gotten, and you guys are only gonna focus on the red, or not you guys, but some people. And you guys are gonna get on my nerves and be like, oh, but like, and that's when it gets annoying, right? That's when it doesn't get fun. I love doing what I'm doing, and I obviously love making money off trading. But you know what's even better? Seeing you guys make money and seeing a lot of you guys be able to, reach your goals. A lot of you guys in here are parents. A lot of you guys in here are able to, support your kids with this money, or just be able to spoil them a little bit more. Take them out, whatever. With the payouts that you guys have been getting, and that's the best feeling. But dude, when it gets to like to the point where it gets into the stressful side, I really don't like doing Discord. Like, I love seeing you guys make money, bro, but like I want you guys to live a day in my shoes, bro. Like, getting on live, or I'm a pretty shy guy. Like, I don't really like to meet new people, like, at all. Maybe not in person. So when there's like 500 to 600 eyes on me every morning, following my every move in the markets, it's pretty stressful. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's not very fun. It's fun when we win, of course, because like I can be like, oh, I told you guys, whatever. But when the losses come, bro, it's very, very draining. If that's single? No, I'm not single. Sorry. I'm not. But yeah. Bro, so I wish I could answer that, bro, but I can't. Not on stream, bro. Let me see. Why wouldn't someone go all in trading if it's uncertain? Don't you think it's one of the best doors to build a wallet? Well, yeah. Trading is one of the easiest. Okay, look, yeah. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Bro. Trading is one of the easiest, hardest ways to make money, if that makes sense. Yo, chill. No, but seriously, though, trading is, hear me out. Like, I'll say it slowly. Trading is one of the easiest, hardest ways to make money. Because once again, on paper, all you're doing is sitting in bed or sitting at your job or sitting in a chair, wherever you are, or maybe even on a car or in a plane or whatever. All you're doing is clicking two buttons, you're making money. Hardest way to make easy money? Exactly. I guess that's a more better grammar way to say it. But yeah. But yeah, trading it's one of the fastest ways to really build wealth or get. I don't want to tell you guys to get rich, but it's one way to get rich for sure. If you do it correctly. But it's very uncertain, dude. Like, for every one person that you see online that got that full ported and made $1 million and they can retire and blah blah blah. Imagine 1 million people. For every one winner, there's like 1 million losers. You know what I mean? Obviously, on Twitter or on Instagram or on TikTok, when you guys are like following these people with Lambos and shit, obviously you're only gonna see the wins, but you're not gonna see the people losing and struggling from trading, right? Because people don't care about that, right? When you post L's online, no one cares. Like, they're probably gonna be like, "Oh, dude, you're just ass, whatever. You just suck at trading, whatever," and they don't care. But when it's Lambos, people are like, "Oh, dude, I wish to live that lifestyle," or "Dude, I wish to be there," or "I wish to be that lucky." You got what I'm saying? So yeah, bro. So for trading, really isn't as easy as it seems online. Obviously, people need to make it seem easy so I can sell you a course and whatever. And I try to make it seem as easy as I can. Obviously, you guys know you guys are in the Discord and everything. And I'm not trying to sound like a hypocrite or whatever, but like, for me, I like to make sure that you guys are obviously succeeding with me. You know what I mean? But there's people online that they promote their work with cars and a lifestyle. Like, oh, dude, I live in Dubai, I live in Miami, I live in a penthouse. They don't mention the like 10 guys that they live with. I have a Rolex, I have a Lambo, I have a whatever. You get the point, right? That's a, but yeah. They have a serious question. If you had 7 days left to live, God forbid, what would your week look like? Oof, good question. Dude, I've always wanted to go skydiving. I was about to do it, but I kind of chickened out. I want to do it soon, but dude, I don't know. Like, bro, I like to say that I'm not scared of heights, but when I'm high up, bro, I get my palms get sweaty. So I don't know if I'm really scared of heights or not, but I don't know. Dude, I would love to go to Switzerland, driving the Alps for sure. And I don't know what else. What would you guys do? Someone said rob a bank. Honestly, bro, I mean, you really have no consequence, so I guess so. I guess that too. But not just any bank. I mean, spend time with family. Yeah, obviously. David, would you spark up with me before we skydive? Dude, that either must be the scariest feeling that you ever have in life or the best feeling ever, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I feel like for me that you've done it. How has it been, bro? Guys, imagine being like super fried and skydiving 10,000 feet. That would mess up the high. I don't know. I feel like you would kind of enjoy it in a way. It would definitely be a vibe. Takes out. Nah, bro. Hell no. I would freak out. I would probably freak out as well, bro. Isn't salvia illegal in some states? Dude, whether it's legal or not, no one should take that, bro. Because, dude, the stories that I've heard from salvia, bro, is insane, bro. Like, do not take that, bro. It opens up the mind. Dude, I'm pretty sure it's a sin. To I think it is. Because, bro, what it is because I've seen like debates on this. Because for those that don't know, I'm pretty sure what salvia does is you do like you get like so like I don't know if you get so drugged out, but you practically go into like another life. Like there are so many stories where like people have lived an entire lifespan, and when their time has come, they wake up. So I'm pretty sure it's a sin because I mean, when it's your time to go, obviously, if you guys are religious, you know what I mean. It's God's way in telling you, like it's time. So if you're taking salvia to live a whole nother life, I mean, that's a sin, right? You did it once, never again. Dude. I've heard the stories, bro. I am so scared of that. I will never get near that, bro. Dude, and what like, bro, what is like the like imagine if we're in a trip right now and you just might not know it. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to trip you out. I know you took it. I'm not trying to trip you out. You're not. Trust me. This is real life. This is real life. but imagine, bro, you know what I mean? That'll be crazy. GG's. Nah, bro. I probably tripped so many people out right now, bro. Are we still trading? Yeah, dude, we're waiting on it, bro. That's why I'm kind of getting a little bit off topic. I'm a little bored off the markets, bro. So I'm not trying to keep talking charts. There's not much to talk for anymore. So yeah, this dude, bro, get that shit out of here, bro. But yeah, psychedelics influence some religions in Europe, and then some that was adopted through Guardian or going down. Dude, yeah, I don't know. I mean, for the people here that might know the Bible a little bit more, isn't it a sin? Yo, chill with that, bro. Come on now, bro. But yeah, isn't it a sin? Pretty sure it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah. It could be looked at as the forbidden fruit. Yeah, exactly. It's not sin, but it definitely brings you closer to evil. Nah, because dude, I mean, to be honest, you're literally living a whole nother life, pretty much. You know what I mean? So you would like, for example, right? Let's say that God forbid, but your time is coming, right? You're in the bed and everything, and you just take a hit, right? Technically, you should live a whole nother life, right? Yes, present your body present your body's a live, or is that present or present? I don't know, whatever. Your body's a living sacrifice, holiest until God, which is your reasonable. Romans 12. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much what it is. So I would imagine, yeah, it is a sin. What do you mean live another life? Okay, so what is it, a psychedelic or something? Salvia, dude. When you take it, like there's so many stories out there that it's literally known. Let me see. It's different, but it felt like life switched, like the life light switch for turned off. Dude, whatever it is, bro. Dude, do not take that, bro. That is so scary, bro. In fact, don't take anything. Do not take anything, but yeah, especially that one. It was good, YouTube. I'm just checking up you guys' chat right now. What's up, guys? Let me see. Don't you realize that those chunky bits are cheap people? Nice. Exactly. David, can you check the M? Is it going to be? I got you, bro. I got you. I'll check it out. Let me see if you're like on the top of the list. Yeah, I see you. I see it. I see it. Yep. I'll catch up after the stream. Now, guys. Real quick, I will tell you guys because I'm seeing a lot of you guys getting off. At 12, if we don't get the setup to play out by 12, I do have to get off because I have to take my cats to the vet. It's just to get a little checkup, you know what I mean, to make sure that they're all healthy and everything. So it shouldn't take too long and everything. It'll just check, maybe vaccines or whatever. But don't worry, I'll also trade the setup if it plays. I'll take my laptop and everything just in case. But yeah, at 12, obviously, I can't just take my whole computer setup and just take it to the car. You know what I mean? Cats in the Z06, dude. I completely forgot to send you guys that message. Actually, what the hell? I don't know if you guys want to know about it, bro. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I'm surprised at myself that I even stayed quiet for over a month, bro. I don't know if you guys really care, but yeah, bro. I lost. You guys remember, like, throughout this last month, you guys know how you guys have been saying, oh, but the CA, it's so much better and everything. I'm like, I'm agreeing. Dude, I knew damn well I didn't even have the car, bro. Dude, it was scary, bro. Do you guys remember last month when I told you guys, oh, I'm not going to trade for Thursday and Friday because I was going to Orlando? Dude, on the way to Orlando, bro, it was raining so hard, bro. Like, you know those type of rains that even if you're using the windshield, like the windshield wiper, like to the max, you still can't see anything. That's the type of rain that I was. And I was following because we went in we went in three cars, and I was the one in the middle. So my friend was in the back, my friend was in the front, and we were following each other, and we were going maybe like 50, 60, around there. And the last thing in my mind was I'm gonna hydroplane. But dude, we're going like 50, 60, and he has a heavy car with 9 people in the car. So the water, I guess I think that's how physics or whatever. But bro, you know what? When you're driving in the rain, or when you're driving behind someone in the rain, the water from the tire splashes behind. So I want to say I was fairly close to him, not tailgating him, but I was pretty close to where the water that he was splashing was hitting my car. And dude, we were switching lanes because there was someone going very slow because obviously, reasonably, it was raining. Um, we kind of like drove like he was in the left lane, we were on the left lane, and we all turned to the right lane to pass him. And when we were turning lanes, I don't know if I kind of took the turn, like if I switched lanes a little too hard, or if the water that he was splashing over to my car kind of made my tire slip. But I promise you guys, I have lost control in my car more times than I can count, and I always get the control back. I mean, I drive pretty hard, so I lose control quite often. You know what I mean? But dude, everything that I tried when I lost control in that car, nothing would work. And I had enough time to react. Like I had a good amount of seconds to react. So at first, I obviously tried braking, nothing. I tried accelerating to see if I can gain traction back in the car, nothing. I turned my wheel, nothing. And once I've done all that stuff and nothing was happening, I'm like, that's it. And that was when my car was fully turned to the side. And when you guys know when you guys are like driving through states or through whatever, like it's like a straight road and like there's like a middle, so you obviously don't go into the opposite side of the road. The car was to the side to the point where I looked forward, or I was looking forward, of course. But I looked at the road to see like oh my god, I'm gonna hit something. Dude, the only thing I saw was the concrete wall. I'm like, that's it. You know what I mean? So I let go of the steering wheel, obviously, because I knew the airbag was gonna go off. And bro, everything just goes black. And it was like, dude, I was like to the side. So I'm like, okay, well, when dude, I guess I got knocked out. I'm like, I woke up and dude, my ears were ringing so hard. Like, dude, I couldn't hear anything. Like I couldn't even hear my own thoughts. And I'm like, damn, bro, I just fucking crashed, bro. And I'm like, okay, well, let me try to get out of the car. It's smoking. I thought the car was smoking, but it was just the airbags. Because I hit the front of the car. But at the time, I wasn't really thinking. I'm like, oh shit, the engine, fuck, like whatever. Like it's smoking. Like I have to get out. I have to get my girlfriend out of the car. And there was smoke, but it was only the airbag smoke. So thankfully, nothing happened there. And dude, since I hit my side of the car, like my side of the front, dude, the whole side got pushed in. So I tried opening the door and it was jammed. And I literally tried pushing it 2 times. And I'm like, I can't get out. So instantly, my first instinct was jump out of the window. And since it hit my side of the car the hardest, every glass of the car shattered. And I'm like, dude, I need to get out. So I jump out of the window, and obviously to jump out of the window, you have to put your hand on the door to get out. You know what I mean? And I guess I was so like, there was so much adrenaline that I just didn't feel like any pain or whatever. And I jump out of the car, I get my girl out of the car, and we go to the side. We get away from the car because it's smoking. And then dude, she looks at me because she doesn't like blood. And she looks at me and she starts like I think the word's like hyperventilating. I'm like, what happened? What happened? And she points at me, and I look down, and dude, I'm filled with blood, bro. My hand is dripping. And for the people in here, my bad, you know, if it sounds a little bit like, you know, whatever. But my hand is dripping. It got all over my clothes and everything. I'm like, fuck, bro. So the ambulance came and everything. They bandaged me up and everything. They're like, yo, like, you know, do you want me to take you and everything? I'm like, nah, because I'm not, dude. I already lost my car, bro. I'm not trying to pay a fat bill for the hospital, bro. So I'm like, you know what, bro? It's a cut, bro. I'm fine. Just give me a bandage. I'll be good. So whatever. And they told my car, and bro, from Miami to Orlando, it's a 4-hour drive, and I crashed in the middle, 2 hours in. So if I wanted to tow my car back to my house, it's over $1,000. And I'm like, fuck no. Like, dude, no, hell no. So they towed it to Port St. Lucie. I don't know if you guys know where that place is. If you guys are in Orlando or Miami, you guys know. And she broke up. No, hell no. Nah, if anything, we got closer after that. But yeah, what's it called? Dude, since we were in the middle, bro, I'm like, bro, I already lost my car, bro. I'm not gonna ruin my whole trip over this accident. So I just went to Halloween Horror Nights, and surprisingly, it really helped me get distracted from the whole accident. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And I would have gotten a car sooner, because you guys know I've been talking about a Z06 for a very, very long time. I would have gotten it sooner, but they've been on hold. So I just got the 2026 instead. They're like, hey, we have a 2026 in stock. Do you want to get this one instead? I'm like, you know what? Whatever. I need a car right now so I can, you know, go around. I'm pretty tired of being in the house, so I'll just pay the price for it. You know what I mean? But yeah, bro, one thing I'll tell you guys, man, is be careful. You know what I mean? Be careful. I don't want to say I was reckless, but I also wasn't being safe. I was kind of speeding a little bit through the rain. So yeah, I definitely learned a tough lesson there. Thankfully, I'm all good, and thankfully my girlfriend is good and everything. But yeah, very scary moment. Very, very scary moment. I crashed on the way down from Orlando. It was pouring on the turnpike. So you crashed near Miami then? Damn, bro. Did you do you ever see breast skills in Miami? Dude, I've seen breast skills 2 times by the beach. Dude, I haven't taken out my jet ski in a while. But when I go jet skiing, dude, breast is always by the beach. I always see his GT3. Oh, so dude? Let me show you guys. I don't know if you guys have seen the announcement, but let me show you guys. Check this out. Hold on. All right. This is the crash. For those that didn't see it, and for those on YouTube, maybe you guys didn't see it. But you see how my entire front end got smashed? Look at my door. You see how this panel right here got pushed to the door. So I tried getting out of the door, but it wouldn't open because this right here was jammed in. So I had to jump out through the window. And then, dude, all I remember was hitting the front. But apparently, the whole car was fucked up. So I guess I kept hitting the wall, like doing 360s or like spinning in circles. I kept hitting the wall because I was looking around the car, and look at this. Right, look, this is the ambulance that came in, whatever. And then, look, so this is my side, right? That's the reason. Bro, look at my exhaust. Dude, I waited 3 months for this exhaust, and I fucking lost it in boots, bro. It's still, like, pretty there, but, dude, it's kind of, like, it kind of got, like, kind of broken there. But, dude, look, the other side of the car also got hit somehow. I don't know how. Look, the rim was, like, fully messed up. So I'm assuming when I got knocked out. And then look, you guys see the glass right here. There's glass here, we're talking fat pieces of glass. We're not talking like little micro glasses. No, glass here, whole glass here. And I guess while I was getting out, my whole hand got like, I don't want to say it because obviously it sounds disgusting, but you guys get the point. Look, there's glass all over. This is like little pieces of glass, but the big pieces of glass are all here. Look at that. Fat glass right there. And yeah, bro. The whole car got messed up, bro. It's a shame, bro. It was scary, man. But thankfully, you guys see right here, we got the Z06. So obviously, I'm gonna be a lot safer now. Bro, I look like a bro. I don't know why I'm like leaning to the side there, but yeah, bro. Anyways. Yeah, you guys. I know you guys probably in here drive a lot safer than I do, but bro, be safe, bro. Be safe. I mean, it's very stupid. A stupid thing that I did. But yeah, let me catch up with the chat here. I'd have my girls. Yeah, no, I don't show that. That's all private stuff. Uh, did your insurance go up a lot? I don't really know yet. I mean, when I put the 06 on the insurance, they didn't really ask me for anything extra. But I don't know if that's because I already paid for the insurance for the next 6 months, or I don't know. I don't know if it went up or not. But I don't know. Did you hydroplane? I did, yeah, bro. I did. Unfortunately. Dude, now when it rains, bro, I don't care if people honk at me, bro. I'm driving 20 miles per hour, bro. I don't care what anyone says, bro. At the end of the day, I don't know them. I don't care about them, and they're probably gonna forget about it in the next 10 seconds. You know what I mean? It's better to say safe than sorry. You know what I mean? And that goes for anyone here, bro. Just be careful in the rain. When are you gonna do real estate? I don't know, bro. I don't know. And I'm a lot older for sure. Insurance probably, insurance probably isn't gonna go up until your renewal. Probably. But the thing is, I paid for my premiums like last month because the way that my family does it under my policy is every 6 months we pay. So it probably is gonna go up, but for now it's kind of the same. Like it went up. It actually went up a little bit. It went up because I pay. Okay, look, I pay every 6 months, and when I tried to insure the car, it only went up for the whole 6 months, $124. So if you divide that by six, it's only like $24, I think, around there. So there's no way that for me being a young driver with that type of car, it's only gonna go up $24 for a car accident like that. You know what I mean? It's gonna go higher for sure. But for some reason, they only charge me an extra whatever for the car. I don't know. um, oh, next question. Next question. David, do you co-sign your dude? For the same rate, I didn't co-sign, and I got a fat interest rate. But this one, I convinced my mom to co-sign for me, bro, because I'm not gonna pay extra for that shit, bro. Why aren't we using the indicator? There's a clear setup. Well, because the setup hasn't played out. We have the setup marked out. Like it's kind of we're just waiting on it. You didn't have gap insurance? I do have gap insurance, but it was useless because my bad. I already paid off for most of the car. So the insurance paid off the remainder of the car and they gave me the rest. Which in fact I actually have to accept. I haven't even accepted the payment. How long do I have left for that? Hold on. I have a few days left. Hold on. Deadline 28. Oh, it's tomorrow. Oh shit. Okay, I have to accept it. All right, bet. I'm glad. Thank you guys. Thank you for the people saying that was the accident your fault? Yeah, I didn't hit anyone, but I was the reason why the accident happened. You know what I mean? Obviously, I didn't mean to do it. Obviously, but yeah, it's kind of uncontrollable, dude. I don't know if you guys have ever hydroplaned, but bro, whenever you hydroplane, there's pretty much nothing you could do. It's pretty much hope and pray that your car gains traction again on the road. Sometimes you'll gain traction quite quick, and sometimes it'll be too late. And for me, unfortunately, it was too late. By the time I don't even think I gained traction even when I like collided with the wall. Like there was literally no matter how skilled I am or whatever, at gaining traction back with the car, there's nothing you could do. Nothing. Are you gonna put this trading setups to watch? I mean, if I get off, yeah, so you guys know what to look for. But yeah, I'm gonna get off at 12. If we don't get an entry model by 12, I'll come back during the PM session. Let me see. I've hydroplaned twice in total, twice. Dude, I would never wish that. Dude, it's so scary, bro. Because just knowing the fact that you're gonna lose your car and you're gonna crash and there's nothing you could do about it is the worst thing ever. So, guys, please, like, be careful out there, especially when it's raining. You know what I mean? David, have you taken defensive driving courses? Well, to be fair, I have a pretty realistic racing sim, so kind of. But yeah, I would say yeah. On the game. Why were you guys even going fast while it was raining? Well, to be fair, the speed limit from Miami to Orlando is like 80 on that road. So we were going like 50, 60, and to us at the time it's like, okay, we're not going fast and we got to get there soon because the Airbnb, like, we have to be there. You know what I mean? So we're going 50, And I didn't think anything of it because the roads were really wet. But I'm like, okay, well, whatever. You know what I mean? I've never hydroplaned, so I don't have experience with knowing what to expect. Like, it's the last thing on my mind. And then, dude, out of nowhere, like for some reason, everything, dude, I had music blasting and everything. And dude, once I noticed I couldn't gain control of the car, everything just went quiet, bro. That's when I knew. I'm like, that's it, bro. I've never gone. Were your tires bald? No, no. My tires, well, they were used, but they weren't bald. No. And I have the fat tires, bro. I think it's like Michelin something Sport 305s. I think something like that. They're fat, bro. Some fat tires. So the cop, the sheriff that was telling me about it, he's like, nah, bro. Typically with those tires, they hold up pretty well under certain conditions. And these type of things, since the tire is a lot wider, you're a lot more prone to getting a lot more water under the tire, resulting in a hydroplane. Like he says that he's seen the pilot sports, yeah, those. So he told me that it's me out of anyone on the road was more likely to have it happen, and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah. So if you guys are having big tires or whatever, obviously be more careful. You know what I mean? What tire size? I think it's 305s or inch. I think with the Stingray I had 19s. With the Z06, I think I have 21 or 22. Sport tires are meant for dry paint. Exactly. Yeah, I know. I mean, they can withstand some wet stuff, but not as much as you think. What are your plans for the Z06? Right now, I'm in talks with a manufacturer that I know. Um, I'm gonna get a straight piped exhaust again, full titanium again, with racing pipes this time. So, dude, it's gonna spit flames. I'm talking the size of like my monitor, bro. How much is your car payment? I ended up putting 40K down for the Z06. So I'm paying 1.7K a month, which honestly I thought was gonna be more. For a Z06, bro, 1.7K a month. Are you only gonna do, dude? The Z06, all it needs is an exhaust. Dude, I'm already pushing nearly 700 horsepower. So I'm not, dude. I'm not. That's not power to like really joke around with. So I think I'm gonna leave it just to exhaust. You know what I mean? I don't need to supercharge it. I don't need to turbo it or anything, bro. I think it's good how it is. How much horsepower? Almost 700. I think it's like 670. Here we go. But headers. Mm, did you say 40K down? Yeah, I put 40K down. With all the packages and everything, the car ended up coming out to like the 138, I think, around there. But dude, 1.7K honestly isn't as bad as I thought. For a car like that, bro, I was expecting like over 2K. Your adding exhaust headers will make it sound so much better. Dude, I know, but dude, the exhaust is already running me a bag, bro. So I feel like with the Z06, all you need is the exhaust, to be honest. Are you gonna lower it? I might put spacers and lower it a little bit, but that's for last. I don't really care about that. I already scraped the lip already, bro. Fucking speed bumps. Spark is atrocious. Yeah, bro. Dude. I know we're gonna get this set up later. I know it. But it's just a matter of when. And I know you guys are probably in here, probably thinking like, dude, this guy's talking a whole bunch of shit. Like, dude, just talk about the market. There's really nothing. There's not much more I can mention here. You know what I mean? There's literally nothing. We're all time highs. We have no levels. Our only hope here, and not even our only hope. Our only choice is to wait for the sell off into the inverse. That's literally all we could do. At what point would you say the fair value cap is not valid anymore? Dude, a fair value cap can be as valid as long as it wants to, as long as that gap never gets filled. Once it gets filled, that's it. You can't use it. Or you shouldn't use it. Or you can't use it. Yeah. David, how does the Z06 feel? Dude, it's way more aggressive. Like, dude, I don't know if they did something to, I don't know, whatever the car. Bro, like, I'm still breaking it in. So I floor it a little bit, but it doesn't feel like I'm flooring it. And I look at this, like, the speed. And dude, I go from 0 to 60 really fast. Dude, the 0 to 60 is like 2.5, 2.6 seconds. The Stinger was like 3.2. This was 2.6. And it's a lot like I guess you could say it, like, I think the word is like jerkier. I know it sounds sus and all that stuff, blah blah whatever. But that's what it is. Like, dude, like dude, if like you go to like you let go of the brake and like it wants to go like it like I don't know if you guys have a fast car, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Like it jerks. Sounds like a Ferrari, dude. Yeah, it does. It's more responsive. No, like the car wants you to rip it, bro. Like like you can feel it. You know what I mean? But yeah, Stingray is 490. Yeah, it's 495 horsepower. The Stingray is 680 around there. Yeah, I mean the Z06. My bad. Yeah, let me check what YouTube is saying. What's good, YouTube? But yeah. By the way, would you guys be down for a PM session? I don't know if some people in here might have called the day with the first trades today. Bro, I can't answer that question, bro. Not on stream. Yeah, all right, bye. Because I know on Thursday, you guys remember when we ended up catching the trade, the 80-point trade that we made back our loss. Some people didn't catch it because they might have called it. So I'm just making sure with you guys. You know what I mean, definitely down. All right, bet. David, what do you think about the Z07 pack? Dude, the Z07 package is so nasty, bro. I wanted to get it, but it was like a $30,000 extra charge. I'm like, hell no. For a spoiler, nah. For that, I'll just get an aftermarket one, bro. Because that's typically what you notice from the Z07 package. Bro, the arrow on top, I've never noticed the arrow. If you hit it, dude, I love all you guys, bro. I know sometimes maybe you guys sometimes hate me because of the losing trades or whatever, but it's all love at the end of the day, bro. Wait, let me catch up with Leah's chat. Hold up, let me see. No, bro, Leah. I wasn't going through it with girls. I'm just talking in general, bro. That's how they are. At least in Miami. No. I've been locked in. Where's the setup, bro? It's right in front of your face, bro. We're just waiting for the selling pressure, bro. I don't even think we have to sell off that much, bro. We have to sell like 60 points, 50 points, bro. So it's just wait until we get that PM session sell off, and then we'll be good. Dude. There is no way that we pump up during the PM session. For what? It makes no sense. You know what I mean? It literally makes no sense. So it's either we slowly grind up and we end the day red, or we get the sell off and we get another entry today. But guys, in the meantime, because I know we're probably gonna get off soon because I do have to go take my cats. Guys, please mark out. I'm gonna send my link here. Guys, mark out these levels on your chart. Have it ready for later because I don't want to hear anyone saying, "Oh, but dude, I didn't know that the setup worked out. If it works out, I didn't have this chart. I didn't see the notification." Have it in your chart and pay attention. All right, guys. So please mark it on your charts in the meantime. There is. Do you play any games lately? I've been playing F1 a lot on the sim. That's kind of about it. I mean, dude, I play Clash Royale barely and sim. That's kind of it. It's like I want to play games, bro, but there's just nothing fun anymore, bro. Everything is just so garbage, bro. What time for the PM session? Whenever the trade happens. Hopefully, I can be able to get on live. If I do end up getting on live, remember I have to go take my cats to the vet at 1, so I have to start getting ready at 12 because it's pretty far away with the traffic and everything. As soon as David leaves the setup, probably, you're not wrong on that. David, would you date a torta or a skinny flat girl? Dude, honestly, I'm not picky, bro. I don't really care. Bro. Let's see. You haven't tried Battlefield 6? Nah, I don't. I've never liked Battlefield. I like COD, but dude, COD has never had. Dude, COD hasn't been good since BO3, so I've never played it ever again. I tried Warzone. It's just not my type of game. I don't like it. Nah, bro, that's not bad, bro. Yo, this dude, bro, Gorlock, bro. But she's so funny, bro. I see her on Twitch all the time, or in these clips on TikTok. Dude, that's Gorlock, bro. Nah, she's super funny, bro. Oh no, it's a he. That's right, it's a he. Bro, I completely forgot, bro. That's a he. Yeah, it is. Would you crack, bro? David, so after the inversion on the 5-minute time frame, are you going to shorts? Yes, I want to go into shorts into my targets lower. I just need more selling, bro. Get off? I'm about to get off soon. Yeah. I'm going to give it like 2 more candles or so, whatever. And if I don't see anything, then I'm off. Yeah, no, this setup is really nice. I like the setup more than the one that we took off open. It's kind of the same thing off open. We're still working off the same. Oh, my. Oh, I was about to say. Anyways, we're still working with the same level of liquidity since open. You guys know that we tried shorting this sweep over here into the 1 minute inverse. Unfortunately, once again, I don't want to talk about it, but it should have worked out. The first trade should have been a winning trade, and we shouldn't even be here right now. We should have been green and done for the day. But obviously, we had to get slippage to start the week. So we got a late entry. Unfortunately, we messed up with the stop loss. We messed up the price target, and the trade went to shit. Right? So very unfortunate with that part. But with this inverse over here, it's kind of literally the same trade, just off a different gap. We're still going to be working with the same sweep and the same inverse range at least. New gap, same range. I mean, buying pressure is definitely dying down. No, it's been died. Like it's kind of like whatever, but. So Gary, I'm not gonna lie, this setup is not working on right now. What do you mean? Loki volume picking up? Nah. Oh yeah, bro. Krabby got a new whip as well, bro. Huge congrats to him, bro. He got the AMG. I've never been an AMG fan, but it's very nice. Setup is not setting right now. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's gonna take a minute, but yeah, hopefully we can get some setting before I get off, so maybe I can pay attention. But if not, then I'll be back later. And if we don't get a setup today, guys, for me, not for maybe not for some of you guys, but for me, this will be my first official red day in the last 45 days, or maybe more, because I count the days by any time that I catch a trade. So maybe over 50 days, or maybe over 55 days, or whatever. This will be my first official red day, if we don't get a setup, which hopefully we can. But this is the only setup I'm open to taking today. No more, no less. This is literally gonna be the only setup that we use today. Setup is slow, but we should be able to confirm the MSS before we get to. Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, we should be able to get the MSS from a mile away. Yeah. But yeah, for me, guys, this will be my official, and it's even crazy to say this. Like, I know today is Reddit and it sucks to say it, but today will be, if we don't get this setup right here that we have on the screen. Once again, this is gonna be the only setup I take today. But if we don't get the setup to work out by today, this will be my first official red day in well over 50 days. 50 days. So yeah, it's crazy to even say that, Brian. I get it. Today's red and it sucks and all that stuff, but dude. Yo. What's your cat going to the vet for? Nah, bro, it's just a little checkup, bro. My cats they're super happy and super playful, and they're always eating really well. But dude, you can never be so sure. You know what I mean? I always like to make sure that my cats are always doing as good as possible. Bro. I love these. These are like my kids, bro. Cat pics, dude. I have so many, bro. Dude, yesterday, okay, so yesterday I went airsofting, and I got home, and if you guys have ever gone to airsofting, you guys know that it is tiring as hell, bro. Let me, dude. I got home, I took a shower, and I went to sleep. And I went to sleep, in bed by myself, like whatever, bro. I wake up at 3 a.m, and I'm like, yo, like, there's a really weird noise. Like, it low-key sounds a little scary. Like, all I hear is, I'm like, yo, what is that, bro? Like, I'm like waking up, like my brain is like turning on. I'm like, yo, what the hell's going on, dude? Look at this, bro. Look at this. Dude, this guy got on my bed and put his leg on me to go to sleep. I don't know why my camera was focused on the nipple, bro, but dude, it was like 3 a.m. Yo, chill. Nah, I'm gonna delete the picture, bro. You guys are gonna be weird about it, bro. Nah, there it is, bro. Nah, bro. Come on, bro. Yeah, I should have cropped it, bro. Hold on, I have a better picture. That one's like a little blurry. But dude, this guy was like, he put his leg on me like I'm some like pillow or something, bro. All right, this picture is way better. Yo, nah, bro, I'm gonna ban your ass, bro. Nah. I can't even delete it anytime now, so not everyone has it, bro. Hold on, bro. I know, bro. All right, look at this one. This one's like more clear. Ah, yo, look at that, bro. I wanted to get a dog, but I'm not ready for a dog yet, bro. Yo, we're looking selling off a little bit. Never mind. 15 points, bro. Look at that dog. Has some really nice eyes. Dogs, you have to take out too much work. Yeah. With cats, bro, all you do is feed them. They play, whatever. My cats have their own, she has her friend, he has her friend, or his own friend. So they play together. So I don't have to do anything. They just sleep with me, give me cuddles, and I feed them. So it's pretty chill. Plus, with $800 of drawdown left on the eval, what would you recommend for me to size in order to pass? With $800, you should be good with 7 contracts. You should be able to afford about 2 trades. So you should be good with 7 contracts. Just do 7 for now, build up a little bit more of the buffer, and then just size heavier. Remember, you're on the eval, so at the end of the day, it's not really all that important. So if you even want to, you could even like size up a little bit heavy and try to make it back in one trade. But that's only for the eval. Only for the eval. Chill. That's my cat, bro. Now that dog is really pretty, bro. That's pretty eyes. I like it. Plus, how much should I size with $600 on the Express in terms of drawdown? 7. 7 is pretty good. Actually, with 600, maybe 5. Do like 5. She talked to another cat a couple weeks ago. Ah, bro. I'm assuming that's a girl, right? I can tell by the second picture. I can tell by the look, bro. It's for sure a girl. Yeah, I knew it, bro. That's won't be, dude. I was gonna say that earlier today when someone asked me how much drawdown I had on the account. Um, I was about to say that I don't know. I don't know. Apex is not really known to be moving into lives. I remember one time though I did get asked for my strategy and everything. So maybe I'm like, that's it. It's time I go live. But no, nothing. Literally nothing. Should I stay using 5 contracts on the PM until the drawdown freezes? Yeah, you can never be too safe. You think they're copying your trades? Nah, bro. I mean, bro, it doesn't even matter that much, bro, because I don't really think prop firms do that. I mean, it's like a huge conspiracy, but bro, I promise you guys, prop firms, they don't like these owners of prop firms, they don't even need to trade. They're making, I don't know if you guys know this, but Apex in profits, not in total, but like in like actual profits to their bank account, they're making 15 to 30 million dollars a month. Not in like what is it, net and gross? I think net is like the total profit and gross is what you keep. Maybe I don't know, something like that. But what they're keeping over 15 to 30 million dollars a month. Do you think they need to trade, or do you think they need to copy a 20-year-old trades? No, bro. Come on now, bro. It's vice versa. So it's gross and then net. Okay, cool. I always forget. I always get it twisted. Same with my lesson, right? I don't know if you, bro. I'm a little slow. Um, I don't know. Oh my. With my left and right, I know my left and right, but sometimes when someone says left, I do like that little finger thing that when the L lines up with your finger, that's left. It's because something I get it twisted. You know what I mean? It happens. It happens. That's you give them 10% of your withdrawals. Yeah, yeah. On new accounts, you don't have to do that though. Did you just rip a bong? No, bro. I did not. Yo. Oh hell no. It's a pretty car, bro. Is this for kids? Let me see. Yeah, yeah, like that, like that. When you do like that, okay, look. When you do the L thing with your finger, okay, look. So if you do the L thing with both of your hands, right? You're gonna have the L that lines up like it looks like an actual capital L, and the other one is gonna look like the opposite L. So the one that looks like an actual L is known for left, and the other one is right. That's what I go by. I know it sounds stupid, but bro, when you're on the spot, bro, sometimes you just forget. That's what it be. Anyways, let me see. Let me see, Leah. Hey, yo. Oh, you have an orange cap, bro. Yo, that's literally my cap, bro. Hold on. Hold on. Hold up. It's already 12, bro. I have to start getting off soon. Hopefully, maybe before I get off, we spike up, but I kind of doubt it. I know we're probably gonna get the setup later. But bro, that's literally my cap, bro. What the hell? Hold on, let me find a good picture. Yo, bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. My cats look be getting like, dude, I don't know if they're like in a relationship or something, bro. But dude, like they're always coloring and everything, bro. Look, bro, let me show you. Look at this. Look at this, bro. This is at first. Then they got closer. And dude, they just started kissing, bro. I don't know what that's about, bro. They're looking getting freaky. David, I'm gonna get payouts, then drive to Miami and with a diesel Audi? What? I didn't even know Audi. What? Wait. What do you mean diesel Audi, bro? I don't want to do that shit. That shit already sounds scary, bro. Yo, fuck. But look at this gold trade from Asia last night using your model. Let me check it out. Oh yeah, I can tell that's for sure an imbalance. And then the deal was, dude, really good trade on your end, bro. Very nice. I like that. Very, very nice. Sounds expensive, dude. Diesel Audi. I have never heard of that, bro. Yo. But yeah, guys, bro, I would love to talk more, guys. But bro, I have to get off because I have to start getting ready to take my cats. Don't worry. Please mark out the setup on your chart. If it plays out later, I will be trading it. The last thing I will do is avoid the setup. I do like it a lot. I just need more selling to come in. All right, guys. So pay attention to the setup. If we sell off, if not, then obviously we're gonna have to call it a red day for today. The first red day in a minute, bro. At least for me. I don't know about you guys from Thursday, because Thursday was a little bit messy. But for me, on paper, you know, with stats and everything, today was my first red day. But yeah, let me see. My dog is already 5 months in the same height as me, right? Oh, you have one of those big ass dogs, bro. The tall ones. I forgot what they're called. I think it starts with like a D or something. I don't know. But I know what you're talking about. Great Dane? Yeah. Or Dane, Don, whatever. I think it's Dane. Great Dane. But yeah, anyways, guys. All right. I have to get off. I have to start getting ready. Like I said, I will still be trading. Just not, I won't be at my setup. So I'm going to take my laptop to the vet. If the setup plays out, I will be trading at the vet. All right, guys? Or on the way back home. All right, guys? But don't worry. I will alert this one. I will post it in setups to watch once it's ready. And yeah, so just pay attention to that. All right, guys? But yeah, take it easy, guys. And if anything, I'll see you guys later. Hopefully later, if I don't see the setup playing out, I'll let you guys know, hey, it's not going to play out. Let's just come back tomorrow. All right, guys? So I don't waste your guys' time. All right? But yeah, in the meantime, guys, I know today was a little bit rough. Go get some fresh air. Go get off the charge for a little bit. Keep your notifications on. Once I see something, I'll let you guys know. All right, guys? Peace out, guys. Peace. And YouTube, hopefully you guys were able to enjoy the stream. Unfortunately, guys, the winning streak is officially over. I have not had a red day. Well, wait. I don't want to say it's officially over. It's looking like it's officially over. I mean, we're getting further and further away from the setup. But you never know. Maybe we get a last-second clutch before the market closes, right, to go back green. But I'll let you guys know in the Discord, or I'll let you guys know tomorrow. For now, I am a little red, 1,400 per account. I'm not too worried about being red. I'm just a little bit annoyed with the first entry today. It should have been a winning trade, but unfortunately it wasn't. All right, because we got a late entry due to slippage. All right, but I'm gonna go ahead and get off, guys. And yeah. Oh, by the way, if you guys do want to join I'm doing a new discount. If you guys want to join the premium for either the monthly or the 3-month, I'm doing a whole new discount with this whole winning streak that we had going on. Where you can join the premium for either $10 or join the 3-month for either $30. All right. So if you guys do want to join it, guys, here's a link here I'm gonna send it over in the chat. If I can grab this link here. There you go. Here you go. And if you guys do want to join, it will be code STREAK. All right, guys. If you guys do want to join, it'll be code STREAK. All right, guys. I'll type it here in the chat. There you go. All right. So if you guys do want to join, it is that code right there. All right. But other than that, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get off, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, guys. I will be active in my Discord if we do end up seeing the setup. But for now, there's not much I could do. All right. But I'll see you guys tomorrow then. All right. Hopefully tomorrow is a cleaner day. All right, guys. Peace out, guys.